Pitch cranked to deep right center field. The 1-2, 2 outs, and runners on second and third. Hit to deep left field. Going back is Finnick. Warning track wall. Gone. Strike three. Got him on the changeup. The 1-0. This ball is gone off the scoreboard. Patriots win. Somerset!
Hello, Patriot fans. A beautiful day here from TD Bank Ballpark at the Jewel of the Atlantic League. Two of the Atlantic League's originals are about to square off in your Somerset Patriots and the Bridgeport Bluefish. I'm Justin Answell here on SPN.TV. It's been a while since we've caught up with the skipper. Let's get Brett Jody's thoughts on the state of the 2016 Somerset Patriots. Well, Brett, to start the season, your squad was like the Golden State Warriors of baseball. Unblemished at 13-0. You've kind of come down to earth a little bit. As a manager, do you have to pull guys aside? Do you have to have a team meeting? What do you do to get back on track?
I think it's more, at the beginning that was kind of unrealistic in all actuality, with so many new guys and everything, and trying to find how they fit and everything. Everything just seemed to kind of work out right. We won some games probably weren't supposed to, but there was such, I guess, determination and motivation in there, and the guys just pulled together and really wanted to get the job done no matter what the circumstances they encountered. So I still think we have that type of club that can win a lot of series, win a lot of games in a row potentially, but you kind of got to feel it out and see some strengths, some weaknesses, and let guys go through their bumps and bruises and some hot and cold spells and different things like that. So we're figuring all that stuff out right now, but I really actually like where we're at and what we're seeing and what we're getting to. I think we're trying to find exactly what we're all about, and we're seeing some good things.
One of the anchors to your squad is Eric Ferris. Hard to believe on opening night, he was hitting in the 8-hole. Now he's your 3-hole hitter. What's been the key to his consistency?
I'll tell you what, he looks comfortable, and he just produces a quality AB almost every time. He can do the little things, but he also is a big RBI producer. Like I said, looks comfortable in the box and just makes it tough on the pitcher. Sees a lot of pitches, works the count deep, and whatever you want to call him, pesky or something like that, he's tough to get out, and that's what we like throughout the lineup, is a lot of tough outs, and I think we're getting that with a lot of the guys now.
In your 4 years, your career winning percentage is .650, and a huge reason why is player development. And I think the poster boy for that is Vinny Zerillo. Has the game just slowed down for him his second year of pro ball?
I'll tell you what, he came in last year and just really did a great job for us. Great defensively, good arm, puts a quality AB together. So we were happy to get him back this year. Pretty much rolled out of bed, came out here and probably 2 for 4 the first night or whatever he was, but just does a lot of great things. You feel confident in him when the game's on the line in late innings also, to come in there and get a game-winning hit for you. And like I said, a great defender too. He's a solid baseball player. We're happy to have him as part of our team, and I look forward for him to contribute in big ways this year.
And last one here, Brett. How much is speed a primary focus of this team? You have at least 20 more steals than any other team in the Atlantic League, and anybody can steal in your team up and down the lineup.
It really can, and there's a lot of different ways you can win the games, and I think you always want to have that dimension, because you're going to have good pitchers out there sometimes. Maybe you need to use the bunt game or the hit and run game or stuff like that. So there's different aspects or different ways to win a ball game, and that's what we have. And I always say, me as a pitcher, I didn't want to face the speed guys as much as I did the power guys. Obviously you want to keep the power guys in the yard, and they can change the game at one swing. But these speed guys, we saw with Michael Jones the other day, he got on first, stole second and third, and he's right there in scoring position. Ferris knocks him in a couple times. That's the difference in the ball game. So happy to have the speed we are, and it makes it an exciting ball game to watch for these fans.
Well, good insight analysis from the skipper, Brett Jody. When we come back, we'll get ready to see Sean Garceau make his home debut for your Patriots. We'll also have starting lineups, first pitch in baseball, right here on SPN.TV. Tuning in, whether it be locally in Central Jersey on 1450 AM on your radio dial, maybe across the globe on WCTCAM.com or SPN.TV, or via your iPhone, iPad, or Android. Just search Somerset Patriots in the App Store and download that free app immediately. I'm the voice of the Somerset Patriots, Justin Antwell. Glad to have our broadcast venue production crew and Mike Sanfilippo board hopping in our WCTC headquarters just 15 minutes away. Your Somerset Patriots, they're back in first place where they belong. A game-and-a-half lead over the Long Island Ducks, and they're taking on a Bridgeport team that's really just looking forward to the second half as they're just 14-27 in the first stanza. Meanwhile, Somerset, they're playing well. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. The starting pitchers are doing well. They have a 2.5 ERA over that stretch, and really, really impressed with the way it's going for the Somerset Patriots right about now. Let's look at today's pitching matchup. It'll be righty Blake Bevan, 1-0, 8.37 ERA. He'll go up against righty Sean Garceau, 1-2 with a 5.81 ERA. And for Garceau, it'll be interesting because he began the year with Southern Maryland. He was released, and now he is latched on with the Somerset Patriots. So looking forward to seeing how Sean Garceau fares in his home debut. But the Patriots have got him really good starting pitching, and I think that's really been important to this team's turnaround. It started with Mickey Story picking up his first win in 8 starts. That was in the series opener against Southern Maryland on Tuesday. Jeremy Horst went 7 innings, gave up just 2 runs on Wednesday. Darren Gorski was the tough luck loser. 6 innings, he gave up 1 run on Thursday. He lost to Darryl Thompson. And then last night, Scott McGregor, 7 2/3 innings, no earned runs allowed in the 5-1 victory. Great games from Eric Ferris with 3 hits, Michael Jones with 3 hits and a couple RBI. Scott Kelly provided a spark at the bottom of the order. Darwin Perez drew a key walk. And Matt Fields picked up his team-leading 22nd RBI with a sac fly. Bunch of kids on hand as we'll have a fireworks show after the game. The baseball buddies and little leaguers are out. Gorgeous Saturday here in Bridgewater as it's 80 degrees and really pleasant outside. Little humid, but all worth it as Brett Jody and Louis Rodriguez just exchanged lineup cards near the home plate area. Somerset is 3-2 against Bridgeport this year. They actually lost the first 2 meetings against Bridgeport and then rattled off 3 straight wins. So middle game of this 3-game set. It's a rare home series for the Somerset Patriots. They're in the midst of playing 13 of 16 on the road, but these are the 3 home games, last night, tonight, and tomorrow afternoon. They'll hit the road starting on Tuesday for a 6-game road trip, their first stop against New Britain this season. Patriots are about to take the field, so I'm just about ready to step aside. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. First pitch in baseball, game number 43 of our Marathon 140-game season coming up, exclusively on WCTCAM.com, 1450 AM, and SPN.TV. Yeah, I'm going to yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you please rise and remove your hats. Behind the pitcher's mound right now, serving as this evening's color guard, please welcome Cub Scout Pack 193. Also on the infield tonight, players and coaches from the Hillsborough Baseball League. Now this evening we'll have a rendition of God Bless America, followed by our national anthem. Here to sing God Bless America, please welcome the children from Zarephath Christian Church. The children from the Zarephath Christian Church. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Gentlemen, once again, remember to move your caps to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, Glorious Ensemble.
Here from TD Bank Ballpark. Let's send it down to the field for the finishing up of the national anthem, sung by the Glorious Ensemble. So a beautiful rendition of the national anthem sung by the Glorious Ensemble here from Somerset County. It's the middle game of a three-game set between the 24-18 Somerset Patriots, who have a game-and-a-half lead over Long Island, and the cellar dwellers in the Liber Division, the Bridgeport Bluefish, 14-27. It's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bridgeport Bluefish, led by first-year skipper Luis Rodriguez. Leading off, Luis Hernandez at shortstop. Hitting second, Indy Chavez in center field. Batting third, Luis Rodriguez at second base. Cleaning up, Wellington Dotel in right field. Hitting fifth, Jose Cuevas at DH. Batting sixth, Jonathan Galvez at first base. And 7, 8, 9 respectively, Josh Vitters at third base, Rosmel Perez at catcher, and Anthony Giansanti is the left fielder, rounding out the order. These 9 gentlemen will be facing a pitcher who's making his home debut and just his second start with the Somerset Patriots. 6'1", 220-pounder, 28 years old from West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm talking about Sean Garceau. These are his numbers with Southern Maryland and Somerset combined. 1-2 record, 5.81 ERA, 31 innings pitched. He's given up 42 hits, struck out 18. He's walked just 7. So he's got a 2.5 to 1 strikeout to walk ratio. So Garceau's throwing his 8 warm-up pitches. Here's the defense behind Sean Garceau. Left to right in the outfield, Somerset will go with Snyder, Zarillo, Guzman. Day off for Robinson and Eggleston, 2 cornerstones of this lineup. Left to right around the diamond, Jones, Kelly, Ferris, LaHare. And the batterman of Garceau is NJ native Rob Krall. So you have 3 New Jersey natives in the lineup, and Vinny Zarillo, Scott Kelly, and Rob Krall. So a nice New Jersey trio up the middle for the Somerset Patriots. While fireworks after the game, 80 degrees and humid right now. Great crowd on hand, well over 5,000. Tons of pregame festivities. In the 5th inning today, we'll be joined by Elizabeth Acapinti from Miriam's Heart, which is a nonprofit organization. They're having a Tricky Tray raffle, which is raising money to help those families that are willing to adopt children. So we'll talk with Miriam in the 5th inning. And Garceau is ready to make his home debut. Garceau's pitched on this mound many a time before, and he's hurt the Patriots, whether it be with Southern Maryland, York, or Long Island. But Brett Jody's glad to have him on his squad, and he's hoping just a change of scenery can light a spark for Garceau, who was released by the Blue Crabs after 6 games and 5 starts. In his first start with Somerset, it was on Monday in York. Got a no decision, went 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, but a solid effort for him in 74 pitches of work. Here's the first pitch of the switch hitter, Luis Hernandez, batting from the left side. It's fired in for a called strike. It's officially go time at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are underway from the reigning minor league ballpark of the year. Hernandez, a .294 hitter with a homer and 14 RBI, former big league shortstop with the Orioles and Mets. Weekly pulls an outside pitch to second. Ferris, who had 3 hits last night in the 5-1 win, slings it over to first. And there's 2 pitches and 1 out. It's 317 feet in the left field line, 315 feet in the right field line, 365 feet in the gaps, and 402 to dead center field. Here comes Indy Chavez. hitting .261, no homers, and 5 RBI. He missed about a month of action with a nagging hamstring injury, but the 38-year-old is in the lineup. Got the day off yesterday. Luis Rodriguez is being precautious with his cornerstone player. Chavez, one of the brand names in the Atlantic League, 13 years of big league time, most notably with the Mets in the mid-2000s. Curveball in for a called strike, 0-1. He was in the big leagues from 2001 to 2014. Last with the Mariners 2 years ago. The 0-1. Pops it up, foul side of third. Michael Jones, who played right field last night near the dugout railing, leaps. Did he make the catch? He did! Wow, what a leaping effort by Mike Jones to straddle the railing, stick his head and upper extremity over the railing into the Bridgeport dugout and make that snow cone catch. 2 away. And Garceau certainly appreciates that defense. So 4 pitches, 2 outs already for Sean Garceau. We're scoreless in the top of the first inning. What a great catch from Michael Jones. The guy has played left field, center field, right field, shortstop, now third base. And he had 3 hits and 2 RBI last night. Well, here comes Luis Rodriguez, hitting .304, no homers, 11 RBI. Change up away, count 1-0. Umpires for you this evening. Justin Sims behind home plate. John Harrington's the crew chief over at third, and Chris Carroll's the first base ump. Scoreless 1-0 count, 2 outs, top of the first. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. 90-mile-per-hour fastball from Garceau. Count 1-1. This is Garceau's 6th year in the Atlantic League and his 4th different team. He has peaked at the AA level. The 1-1. Fastball up and away. Count 2-1. But he's getting a second opportunity here. Matt Bywater was ineffective, so they traded him to the American Association. They scooped up a key cog like Sean Garceau, who's won 2 championships in this league with York in 2011 and Long Island in 2013. That 2013 title came against these Patriots. 3-1 count here to Rodriguez, a 5'9", 190-pounder in his 2nd straight year with the Bluefish. The 3-1. Golfs it to deep center field. Zerillo drifts back. The Rutgers product camps under it and makes the catch to retire the side in order. Through 1/2 inning of play, it's none for Bridgeport. Somerset, they're coming to bat right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
AT&T introduces a buy one, get one offer that sounds really good.
And looks good.
Thanks.
Nice job on the typesetting, guys.
Yes. Anyway, come in and take advantage of this offer.
Huh?
It's a great offer.
What?
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, this must go downtown.
Let's just go back to the graphics. Right now at AT&T, buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free.
Scoreless, we go to the bottom of the first inning on this Saturday evening from TD Bank Ballpark. Here's the starting 9 for the Somerset Patriots. Leading off, Michael Jones at third base. Hitting second, Eric Ferris at second base. Batting third, Brian LaHare at first base. Cleaning up, Brad Snyder in left field. Hitting fifth, Matt Fields at DH. Batting sixth, Rob Crowley at catcher. And 7, 8, 9 respectively, Carlos Guzman in right field. Scott Kelly at shortstop. And Vinny Zerillo is the center fielder, rounding out the order. These 9 hitters will face righty Blake Bavin. 6'7", 245-pound, 27-year-old out of Irving, Texas. Numbers on the season for Bavin. 1-0 record, 8.37 ERA. 3 games, 1 start, 9 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 8, walked 2, but opponents are hitting .413 against him. The big righty winds, fires. First pitch to Michael Jones, who's hit safely in 13 of his last 15 games, is called a strike. Count 0-1. Jones hitting .295 over his last 15 games. During this 2-week stretch, he's raised his batting average 101 points. Fastball upstairs, count 1-1. This is his 9th straight game in the leadoff slot. And Jody's philosophy, hey, let our best hitters and our hottest hitters get the most at-bats. And both Jones and Ferris, the 1 and 2 hitters in this order, each had 3 hits last night. Gets jammed, Weekly pops it up to center. The longtime MLV vet, Indy Chavez, makes the catch. 1 away. Let's meet the rest of the Bridgeport defense. You know Chavez is in center. Flanking him, it's Giansanti in left and Dotel in right. Left to right around the diamond, Vitters, Hernandez, Rodriguez, Galvez, and the batter mid of Bavin is Perez. Here comes Eric Ferris, hitting .299, no home runs, and 19 RBI. Had 3 hits and a sac bunt yesterday. Had him on the post-game show, and he's got a great attitude. This is a former big leaguer, but he's not moping and pouting. He knows that if he works hard, he can get back to the show where he belongs. In for a called strike. Count 0-1. Ferris is an avid photographer in his free time. And he says in between half innings, he actually talks to the photographers at games to try and get their thought process on what kind of action photos to take. Liner to first, picked up by Galvez, steps in the bag. 2 outs. So 2 quick outs here. We're playing like everybody has dinner reservations. Scoreless bottom of the first. And here comes Brian LaHare, fresh off an off day yesterday. LaHare 6'5", 245-pounder, hitting .250, 3 homers, 19 RBI. Fastball up and away. Count 1-0. Originally from Worcester, Massachusetts, currently resides in Surprise, Arizona. It'll be a 1-0 here to LaHare. Bavin kicks, fires. Fastball in for a called strike. Count 1-1. Patriots led by 4th-year skipper Brett Jody. Just the 2nd ever manager in Patriots franchise history. He's got his team playing well. After a big lull since that 13-0 start, they have won 3 of their last 4. And Brett's been saying around the batting cage, hey, it's time to go on a big-time run here. You know, it's time to rattle off 8 of 10, 9 of 12. They do nurse a game-and-a-half lead over Long Island. They do own the tiebreaker. This team wants more. The 1-2 here to LaHare. Fouled into the netting behind home plate. Meanwhile, Bridgeport, they're led by first-year skipper Louis Rodriguez. It's actually Bridgeport's 3rd different skipper in the last 3 years. Rodriguez played for Bridgeport for parts of 8 seasons, so he knows what it's like to be a Bluefish. He's peaked to the AAA level. Venezuelan roots, great baseball mind. Fastball upstairs, count 2-2. And he's trying to take Bridgeport to the postseason for the first time since 2010. It's the longest drought of any of the 8 squads in the Atlantic League. And Somerset's made the postseason 4 straight years. The 2-2 with 2 outs, scoreless in the first. The big righty against the big lefty. The pitch. Curveball outside, count 3-2. This is a really good at-bat here from Brian LaHare. You've got 3 straight 6'5" hitters in the order. LaHare, Snyder, and Fields. And they're all lefties. Yeah, Matt Fields is hitting lefty against righties now. The 3-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Nice out pitch from Bavin, strike 3. Both sides are retired in order in the first. Through 1, we're scoreless. To the second we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Are you ready for some family fun? Have a ball with everyone. It's a slam and hit. Come on and get patriotic.
The 6-time Atlantic League champion Somerset Patriots are taking the field at award-winning TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. Enjoy professional baseball, food, giveaways, and affordable fun all summer long with the Somerset Patriots.
It's slam and hit. Come on, get patriotic.
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists. and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team by calling them today at 973-857-4440. That's one call that'll save you money. To the second we go, we're scoreless. Garceau will face Dotel, Cuevas, and Galvez, 3 righty hitters. Wellington Dotel is the reigning Atlantic League Player of the Year. What a year the 30-year-old had in 2015. The 6'1", 195-pounder out of the Dominican Republic played in 133 of his team's 140 games last year, hit .340, which was second-best batting average in the league, drilled 8 homers, drove in 68 RBI, and led the league in steals with 45. Plus, he played a great outfield, had numerous assists, in for a called strike, 0-1. In 10 games this year with Bridgeport, he's hitting .314. No batting gloves for Wellington, old school approach. Knee-high strike, count 0-2. But he's a 5-tool player, and you just don't see many of those in the Atlantic League. Began the year in the Mexican League, got released about 2 weeks ago, and latched back on with Bridgeport. That's a huge addition to their lineup, and you wonder what Bridgeport's record would be if they had Wellington from the start of the season. I mean, he won the MVP and his team finished below 500. That's how good of a season he had. Foul ball, and that hit him on the chin. Ooh. It bounced right in front of the plate, and it hit him on the chin. And Wellington kind of wincing at his jaw. Classy gesture by the umpire to wipe the plate off to buy some time. And now the trainer's going to check on Wellington, but the Wellington calls are off. There was a foul ball right in front of his front foot. It hit him on the chin. He shakes it off and gets back in the box. 1-2 count, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the second, we're scoreless. But usually, the people who vote for the Atlantic League MVP say that you should make the playoffs if you're going to be the MVP. Upstairs, count 2-2. But he had such a phenomenal season. His team wasn't even close to making the playoffs. They finished below 500, and he was awarded Player of the Year. The 2-2 here to Dotel. Long set from Garceau. The pitch inside, count 3-2. Garceau's using that Mickey Story red mitt out there. It'll be a payoff pitch to Wellington. It's a good battle. The 3-2, curveball high, and Garceau walks him. Garceau comes into this game with a 2.5 to 1 strikeout to walk ratio throughout his career. But he issues a leadoff walk, and he was ahead in the count. 0-2, and then he walked him. So runner on first, nobody out. Top of the second, we're scoreless. And here comes Jose Cuevas, the designated hitter. Cuevas looks over at Luis Rodriguez, the first-year skipper for the Signs. Maybe you think about bunting, could do the hit and run instead of a double play. Cuevas hitting .261, 4 homers, 21 RBI. Garceau will operate from the stretch for the first time this evening. First pitch, curveball, swung on and missed, count 0-1. That was a nice looping hook from Garceau. Garceau, a former 20th round pick by the St. Louis Cardinals in 2005 out of high school. Had a full scholarship to play at Alabama in the SEC, but he turned it down to take the money as an 18-year-old. Ended up peaking at the AA level in the card system. They throw over and check on Dotel. And you know if you're drafted by the Cardinals, you're a good player, because they have a very fertile farm system. It just seems like no matter who they plug in on their team, they're going to be good. And that goes from single A through triple A, and obviously they've been the most consistent National League team the last 15 years. Low and away, count 1-1. Here to Jose Cuevas, 6'2", 185-pounder, sporting the high dark black socks, 3/4 length gray pants. Patriots are in their traditional home white unis. The capacity crowd on hand on this muggy Saturday afternoon, evening, I should say. The 1-1, Dotel's on the move. It's a hit and run, sliced through the left side for a base hit. Perfectly executed hit and run. 2 on, no one out. Fisher in business here in the top of the second in a scoreless game. And now you wonder if Jonathan Galvez would lay down a bunt. Somerset has committed the second most errors in the Atlantic League. Only York's committed more. We'll see if Jones gets in on the grass and anticipates a bunt. Galvez, though, is hitting .333 with 2 homers and 9 RBI. This is just his 11th game played. He's 12 for 36. So Garceau in a bit of a bind here. Middle infielders pinching up the middle, looking to turn 2. Not bunting. First pitch called a strike. Count 0-1. Hey, when you're 12 for your last 36, you have 2 home runs. He's got 9 RBI in 10 starts. I mean, let the guy swing away. I guess that's Luis Rodriguez's philosophy here. But Garceau wants to throw a hard sinker and get a ground ball. The 0-1. This ball's looped into right. And going back, it's Guzman. Misread it. He went in, then he went back. Didn't make the catch. Dotel will tag from second and go to third. So it is a productive out for Galvez. He gets a runner to the third with 1 out. There's men in the corner, scoreless in the second. And now a sac fly can break this scoreless tie. And this will bring up Josh Vitters, the former highly regarded prospect in the Chicago Cubs organization. Vitters only hitting .216, but does have 4 homers and 14 RBI. Southern California native. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch, slider away, but hit the outside corner, count 0-1. Vitters was teammates with Brian LaHare when they were with the Chicago Cubs in 2012. Vitters appeared in 36 games 4 years ago in the show. Hit .121, 2 homers, 5 RBI. The 0-1 swung on and missed, count 0-2. He said if he would not have been drafted by the Cubs in the first round, he would have gone to Arizona State. But he had a $3.2 million signing bonus as an 18-year-old, so that explains a lot. The 0-2. Upstairs, count 1-2. Dotel at third. Cuevas at first. There's 1 out. Scoreless in the second. Infield back wanting a double play ball. Vitters would like a sacrifice fly at the bare minimum here. Somerset has led wire to wire in this series. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and a high fastball struck him out. Way to elevate the eyes for Sean Garceau. He went higher than high right there. He climbed the ladder and went above the eyes for a big, big strikeout. Very unproductive out by Witters. 2 away, men stay at the corners. And here comes Rosmel Perez. He did not start yesterday, as getting the catching duties was Connor David, who just graduated from UConn last month. So Rosmel Perez will bat. Lefty hitting catcher. Guy always more known for his defense than his offense. 205 hitter, no homers, 9 RBI. First pitch curveball. Good job by Rob Krall to smother that baseball. Got to really rely on your battery mate if you want to bounce some breaking balls, the runner on third, especially somebody with the smarts and IQ like Dotel. 1-0 count here. 2 outs, men on the corners. Garceau trying to be a Houdini. Breaking ball, snaps in for a strike, count 1-1. The hook is working for Sean Garceau. Sean Garceau's best outing, maybe in his career, came right here at TD Bank Ballpark, but it wasn't for the Somerset Patriots. It was against them. The second to last game of the regular season, he threw a complete game 2-hit shutout to buoy the Ducks into the playoffs. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Ferris. Off balance, jump throw to first, and he got him. What a play by Eric Ferris to get some muster on that throw with his momentum going away towards first base. And Sean Garceau survives completely unscathed. and the defense has been spotless for Somerset early on. We've seen Jones go in the dugout to make a catch, and Ferris backhanding one behind the second base bag. Through an inning and a half, we're scoreless right here on 1450 WCTC and SPN.TV.
Somerville Aluminum sets the standard for best in class. For over 3 generations, we've seen products changing, processes changing. What hasn't changed about us is who we are.
From our home to yours, we invite you to explore our new state-of-the-art showroom and visualize your dream. We want you to touch and experience the latest products so you can make the best choices. From kitchens and baths to windows, doors, and siding, we have it all.
Love the way you live. Get 2 great offers to help improve the look and feel of your home.
This is Jersey. Things happen here. A club in Asbury Park became part of rock history. A writer from Princeton penned a story so gripping, it became an American classic. A girl from South Jersey took on the world and won soccer's greatest prize. And every week, millions of winning lottery tickets make people's day and change people's lives. Believe it, anything can happen in Jersey.
Tomorrow's game is at 1:05, and an autograph session begins at 12.
From software developers to project manager, Spearhead Staffing can provide a customized recruiting approach for your company's needs. Visit them at spearheadstaffing.com. That's spearheadstaffing.com. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. Thanks for spending part of your Saturday evening with me. I'm Justin Antwell, live from the Fullerton.com press box. We're scoreless as we go to the home half of the second inning. Really nice job by Sean Garceau to wiggle out of a first and second no-out jam and a first and third one-out jam to keep the game scoreless. Here comes the cleanup hitter, brought to you by Raritan Building Services Corporation, Brad Snyder. Snyder hitting .244, 18 RBI, leads the team in home runs with 5. He and Trayvon Robinson both have 5. And remember, Schneider missed a couple weeks with a calf injury. That's how strong this guy is. He still is tied for the team lead in home runs, despite the fact that he has not played in as many games as some of his other teammates. 1-0 count here to the big lefty out of Indiana. Bavin kicks, deals. Curveball, knee high for a strike, count 1-1. In the series opener against Southern Maryland, Brad Snyder tied a Patriots franchise record for most doubles in a single game with 3. Ended up finishing with 4 extra base hits in that contest, throwing in a home run. Gets jammed, weakly popped up, shallow left center. Could this drop? Although there's enough hang time for Giansanti to haul it in. And there's one away here in the bottom of the second. We're scoreless. Next half inning, I'll be joined by Bob Mulcahy, Patriots senior advisor. We'll get his thoughts on the pulse of the Patriots as we're past the quarter mark of the season. Less than 100 games to go. Here comes Matt Fields. Yeah, this is not a double take here, people. You're not seeing things. Matt Fields is batting left-handed. He's hitting left-handed for the first time since 2011. Now, he'll be a switch hitter this year. When he faces lefties, he'll still hit right-handed. But he's going to bat lefty against righties. And he was just really struggling. He said, you know what, I got to change things up. He said he was a switch hitter earlier in his career. Then he struggled hitting lefty. He went away with it. But he's like, you know what, it's time to throw it back, bring it back 5 years later. Fouled in the netting behind home plate, count 0-1. And I was talking to Fields around the batting cage, and he told me that he's right-eye dominant. So if you're right-eye dominant, that means that your front eye when you hit left-handed is your right eye. So he actually sees the ball better hitting left-handed since he's right-eye dominant. The 0-1. Couple good foul balls behind home plate, count 0-2. Fields hitting .235, 3 homers, leads the team in RBI with 22. Picked up an RBI sac fly in the 5-1 series opening victory last night. The 0-2 to Matt. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says Justin Sims. No even need to appeal, strike 3. Our mascots are hyping everybody up in general admission, Sparky and Slider. 2 outs, bottom of the second. We're scoreless, and here comes Rob Krall, hitting .271, no homers and 10 RBI. Really pleased with the production that Somerset has received from their catchers this year. You know, when you lose a backbone like Adam Donahue in the offseason, you ponder, how was this team going to replace Adam? And they not only got one person, they got two. In Krall and Gonzalez. Krall starts against righties. Gonzalez starts against lefties. They complement each other well. They've handled the pitching staff nicely. They control the run game. They both have great arms, good attitudes. The 0-1. Low and in, count 1-1. And when you think back to that 13-0 start, you know, it was really the bottom of the order that was getting the job done. Guys like a Yovan Gonzalez and a Rob Krall, Scott Kelly. The 1-1. Low and in, count 2-1. Check swing, did he go? Oh, wow, they said he went around, says third base umpire John Harrington. I didn't even think that was worth an appeal. Excuse me, count 1-2. So it was a curveball low. Krall slightly moved his wrist, but they appealed down to third, and Harrington said he went around. 1-2 count, 2 outs, scoreless in the second. Patriots looking for their first base runner. Bavens retired the first 5, and he's going to try and make it the first 6. This ball's popped up in the third base line. Vitters near the camera well. It goes foul. Count 1-2. The pitcher Baven is a former big leaguer with the Seattle Mariners from 2011 through 2014. 4 years in the show, compiled a 16-20 record with a 4.61 ERA. Pitched in 54 games, 44 of them were starts. In July of 2010, the pitcher Baven was actually traded as part of a package deal with a lot of prospects for Cliff Lee. He was traded by the Rangers to the Mariners for Cliff Lee. The 1-2. Fastball inside. Krall jumps out of the way. 93 miles per hour. Count 2-2. To stay in shape in the offseason, Blake Baven does a lot of cycling. His wife is an avid cyclist, so his wife keeps him in good shape by having him ride the bike rigorously in the offseason. The 2-2. Spun foul behind home plate. Baven's a Texas native, former first-round pick in 2007 by the Texas Rangers at a high school, had a $1.5 million signing bonus. And that was a pretty fertile first-round draft class. Guys like David Price, Mike Moustakis, Matt Wieters, Madison Bumgarner, Jason Hayward, Todd Frazier, Josh Donaldson were also drafted in the first round that year. The 2-2. Curveball sliced off the glove of the pitcher Baven and ricochets into shallow center field for a base hit. The pitcher 6'7". He put his arm up and it went off the top of his black mitt, and then it ricocheted into shallow center field for a 2-out, 2-strike knock for Robbie Krall. So that prolongs the inning here for Carlos Guzman. Guzman hitting 199, 4 homers, and 12 RBI. Bottom second, 2 outs, scoreless. So first base runner of the game for the Patriots. Baven mad with himself for not catching that liner on a fly. Got to have such quick reaction time there. Big lead for Krall. I don't think he's going anywhere. Now, Somerset is a team that loves to steal. I mean, stealing has been a huge identity for this team. They have 18 more steals than the next closest team. Krall, I wouldn't call him a slow catcher, but he is a catcher at the end of the day. He has 3 steals in 3 attempts. The 1-0 here to the lefty, Guzman. Baven pitches this to Guzman. It's ripped down the right field line. This will be fair. Chasing into the corner, it's Dotel. Krall will round second and stop at third. It's a long single for Carlos Guzman. Good job of keeping his hands inside the baseball and drilling it down the right field line. 2 on, 2 out. And here comes Scott Kelly. Kelly picked up a big RBI double as an insurance run last night in the 8th. Hitting .264 on the season. No homers and 13 RBI. Into the corners, 2 outs, scoreless in the second. Kelly, 5'9", 180-pounder from West Windsor, New Jersey. Force it first or second here for the Bluefish. 2 outs. Ground ball in the first pitch to Vitters. He'll go across the diamond for the routine putout. Inning over. Through 2, we're scoreless. Patriots senior advisor Bob Mulcahy joins me next, right here in the New Talk Radio and SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC.
Welcome to the brand new Somerset Patriots app. What is an app? Everything Somerset Patriots, all at your fingertips. The Patriots My Rewards program. Download this free app today at the Apple Store or Google Play. I might not know what an app is, but this one is really fun.
Your child is facing a special health challenge, from chronic illness or autism to spinal cord injuries or developmental delays. It can feel like a long road ahead. But Children's Specialized Hospital is with you for every step, with the nation's most advanced care in multiple locations. And we bring your whole family by our side, adding your expertise to ours. Because working together, we can bring children further than you've ever imagined.
Children's Specialized Hospital.
Is that the Grub Hub?
The right door can improve the aesthetic and value of your home. So for the month of June, get a welcoming entryway you'll love with 10% off Signet Provia Premium Doors from Somerville Aluminum. Visit somervillealuminum.com to get started on your next project today. Give the gift of a clean, sharp look with a Supercuts gift card, a perfect gift any time of year. Ask your stylist for details. Find a location near you at supercuts.com. I'm Justin Answell, live from TD Bank Ballpark. 80 degrees, a little humid, but gorgeous night for fireworks after the game and, of course, baseball during the evening. I'm Justin Answell, flanked by my good pal, Patriot Senior Advisor, Bob Mulcahy. Bob, thanks for stopping by us this
Justin,
weekend.
it's always good to be here. You know, it is a great night for baseball. It's the kind of night you really envision going to a baseball game. It's a little humid, but that's the summer, and the crowd's really excited tonight. It's a great Saturday night. Fireworks. Had a couple of really good plays. The foul ball play was a great play.
And Ferris behind the second base bagged in that last
That was a great play, too. And, you know, some exciting things are going on. Yes, granted, we started great and had a little bit of a...
That's baseball, though.
But that's baseball. The fact that one of our kids just went up to AAA.
The Dodgers.
Signed by the Dodgers. As I was telling Brett before the game, Brett Jody.
Ground ball to short. Kelly should have the routine play as Giansanti's retired. The 220 hitters down. 1 out, top of the third. We're scoreless.
It creates a certain perception and environment on the team for other players. And then I was talking to Vinny Zarilla before the game because he's a Rutgers kid.
Of course.
And he's pretty excited about playing here all the time. And he said to me, you know, it's great. A lot of Rutgers fans come to the games and they'll call out to me from the stands. He said it's a pretty nice feeling. So, you know, those are the things that we tried to create with Rutgers. And as you know, July 1st, we have Rutgers night here.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's a big night.
Coach Ash actually threw out the first pitch a couple home games ago.
Yes, and I saw him on Sunday and had a chat with him and told him not only did we want him, but we wanted coaches and players. And we wanted to make this a big deal, and he said he agreed and he would provide.
Cool, that's great. The
so, you know, it's part of the atmosphere that the Somerset Patriots provide. When you see all these kids on the field before the game, the gymnasts doing their thing, and all the kids around the bases for the national anthem and the groups that sing, this is America, and this is what baseball should be and is. And Steve Califer and Pat McVary and Mark have done a great job creating the kind of environment and atmosphere.
Yeah, look at this crowd.
Enjoy.
Look at that crowd.
I mean, it's terrific. It's really great. And everybody's having a great time. You know, I walked the concourse before, and they're all to the concession stands. They're playing the games. I mean, this is a kid's paradise.
fly ball to the left field line. We just saw a single from Hernandez. Now Indy Chavez is up. So 1 on, 1 out, top of the third. We're scoreless. I'm Justin Answell, joined by Bob Mulcahy, Somerset Patriots senior advisor and former longtime Rutgers athletic director, who's done so much for professional and college sports here in the Garden State. And we thank you for everything, Bob. Here's Indy Chavez, former big leaguer with the New York Mets. A lot of people may remember him making that big catch in the 2006 NLCS.
No question. And look at how the Mets are playing much better this year. Well, you can't beat last year. You win the World Series, but they're playing well again.
They are.
And, you know, that's exciting. And the Yankees better pick it up a little with their hitting because they're not doing too well with it.
You don't like Murderer's Throw?
Huh?
You don't like Murderer's Throw of Betances?
That's a great line.
It's not. I did not think of that.
Well, you can take credit for it.
I saw it on the Yes Network the other day, the 0-2.
That's all right. You can take credit.
Loop down the right field line. Guzman's going to have to hustle to cut this ball off before it gets to the corner. Rounding second, heading into third, it's Luis Hernandez. Long single from Chavez. So 2 soft hits to right. Men in the corners, 1 out. And Garceau's going to have to be a Houdini again here, Bob. He got to have a first and third 1 out jam in the second, trying to replicate that result here in the third.
Yeah, well, we got to get out of the jam. But, you know, it's interesting. That's the second hit that went down the corner where they only got a single out of it.
Yeah, Guzman's did a nice job taking a nice angle. So men in the corners, 1 out. Top of the third, we are scoreless. You know, it's also great news in Somerset. Last week, Buddy Boshears, who was in the championship team last year, actually got called up to the Minnesota Twins, becoming just the 15th Patriot all-time to be with Somerset, then make it to the show. That's what this league's all about, specifically Somerset.
Well, you know, and I think this is why we have so many players interested in playing for us.
The credibility is as strong as ever.
Yes, without question, and that's great. And you know what? There's going to be turnover, and we want that to happen. We want them to get better. And it only creates more interest from other players to come here because they feel they got a chance because somebody's noticing them.
It'll be an 0-1 here to the lefty Rodriguez. Popped up. Oh, Garceau needed that. Infield pop-up. Eric Ferris, the second baseman, eyeballs it. He'll make the catch as the runners obviously hold at first and third. Huge out from Garceau right there. He's done a really good job making his home debut in front of a capacity crowd. I'm sure the adrenaline's flowing for the guy.
No question. And, you know, it's interesting, too. Everybody catches with one hand today. In the old days, you used to, once in a while you see somebody will get the second hand on there. But it's also nice, you know, Todd Frazier is doing so well in the big leagues. He got traded to the White Sox.
He leads the American League in home runs.
He leads the American League in home runs. He won the home run derby. I got to tell you a funny story. When he was in 8th grade at Toms River, when they won the Little League World Series, we had the whole Toms River team come up to Rutgers for a football game.
Cool.
Put them on the field at halftime. And, you know, unlike high school players, we could give them Rutgers shirts and all the other things. So they each got a goodie bag. And then, of course, the Fraser brothers came to Rutgers, and they were great kids because I used to see them up at the Summer League on Cape Cod. We used to go up there in July for about 20 years, and I'd always see the Rutgers kids that came up there because that's the best college summer league
What in
there
that
is.
league, right?
And it was nice, and they did a great job, and we had a lot of great players there.
Men in the corners, 2 outs. The reigning Atlantic League Player of the Year, Wellington Dotel, at the plate. And he spins this one to right center field for an RBI single. Good job of keeping his hands back and driving that ball into right center. Indy Chavez trying to go first at third. He will make it. It's a ribby single for Dotel with a big fist pump over at first. And the Fish draw first blood. Played 1-0 here in the third. Hey, look, that's a really good player right there. There's no shame in giving up a hit to Wellington Dotel. He had 68 RBI last year.
No, it is what it is. And look,
this team has 11 come-from-behind wins in this season. I don't think they're sweating.
No, and the other thing that happens is fans like to see action. I mean, it's great to see a no-hitter. It's great to see a 1-0 game. People want to see home runs. They want to see hits. They want to see action. And that's good for the kids. It's just that we got to get more runs than they do.
Popped up behind home plate. Krall tossing away his mask. The New Jersey native from Randolph makes the catch and the inning's over. One more half inning, Bob?
Sure.
Okay, we're through 2.5 innings. 1-0 Bridgeport leads right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Okay, class, as you know, today is career day, and and we have a very special guest in.
View a full inventory of new Ford cars and trucks online at Fullerton.com.
Wet wipe?
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists, and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
Here's the Patriots My Rewards code of the game. The secret code is Sea Urchin, SEAURCHIN. That's 2 words, C space Urchin. Enter Sea Urchin in the My Rewards section of the brand new Somerset Patriots app to get rewarded. For 106 years, Carrier has offered specialized services to care for individuals suffering from psychiatric and addictive disorders. Visit www.carrierclinic.org to learn more. I'm Justin Answell, flanked by Bob Mulcahy here in the bottom of the third. The Fish have struck first for a 1-0 lead thanks to an RBI single by Wellington Dotel. A great night to lay in the lawn seating area.
You know, I was just looking at that, and it was a great picture for people to see. They had blankets on the lawn, enjoying. There you go. Look at them enjoying the game.
The kids are having some fun. The parents seem relaxed.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it. I love it.
Here comes your boy, Vinny Zerillo,
yeah.
breaking ball in for a called strike 0-1. Vinny's a gamer. He's had a lot of big-time hits, and I don't think any moment is too big for him.
You know, he said before the game, he said, I really love it here. And
lined in the netting behind on plate 0-2.
And he's a nice young man.
He is, and he's very humble.
Yes.
I think he knows his place. He's kind of a sponge in that clubhouse. He knows he's got 10 big league veterans sharing the same locker room as him. And he wants to absorb as much information as possible. He's the youngest member on the team at just 23 years old.
Right.
The 0-2. Fastball up and away, count 1-2. Rutgers night will be on July 1st. Bob will be there. First-year head coach Chris Ash will be there. The Scarlet Knights dance team will be there. The Scarlet Knight mascot will be there. It'll be fun. The 1-2. Looper in a shallow left center field. Easy play here for Indy Chavez. The 13-year vet makes the catch. There's one out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0. Bridgeport leads. The sports world and everybody, I think, mourns the loss of Muhammad Ali, one of the greats of all time, Bob. You've been around long enough to probably remember some of those fights. What do you remember about Ali?
Without question. I remember sitting there listening when he won the first time. I was listening on the radio, because we weren't at home, and you know who Jerry Eisenberg, the columnist, is a great friend of his, and he's written a lot of articles about him, and provides real insight to him. And he had a persona, and some people would get aggravated by it, but down deep, like so many people, he had a compassion for people. And that came out, and he did things that people never heard of. It's sort of like George Steinbrenner. In a way, they had that big persona publicly, and you never really heard about all the
charity work that
they did, the kids that he helped through school, because that wasn't the way they were. And, we seem to have a lack of civility in this country right now, and it's time that we all got together and realized how great the country is, and that we really need to be our neighbor's neighbor. And, you see it with people cutting off people on the road, and yet there are great acts of kindness that happen, and we just need to think a little bit about our role and how we treat other people, and not get so upset by little things that happen.
Jones hits a two-hopper to short, gloved by Hernandez, sidearm throw to first. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, 1-0 Bluefish lead the Patriots. I'm Justin Answell, joined by Bob Mulcahy. We're reflecting on the 74 years of great life that Muhammad Ali gave to this country. I'm way too young to remember all those fights that he was involved with, but I do remember the 96 Olympics when he carried the torch in Atlanta. That was pretty cool.
Absolutely. But then there was the fight in Zaire when he was sort of barred from the country. But, he came back. And, of course, Parkinson's really got...
He's had Parkinson's since 1990, right?
And, there's a lot of theories about boxing and the brain. It's like concussions in sports. And, but you got to remember the good things. And he was bigger than life. And he was a good man.
A 1-0 to Ferris. Bell tie for a strike. Count 1-1. 2 outs. 1-0 Fish lead. Blake Baven looking for the shutdown inning after Wellington Dotel, the right fielder, armed him with a 1-0 lead thanks to a 2-out RBI single in the right center field alley. The 1-1 here to Ferris.
This is not for any other reason, but it's nice to see you back because I expect one day we're going to listen to you up higher.
Hey, you're very kind, Bob. If you know of anybody, let me know.
Well, hey, listen, when you go back to Bucknell, if you do this year, say hello to my friend Joe Susan, the football coach. He's one of those great people in football. He understands what it's all about and what real competition is and how to treat young men and young women and make them better.
Absolutely. And he learned from a good athletic director.
He was really good. And
there'll be a 2-2. Fly ball to left. Should be caught here from Anthony Giansanti, and he makes the catch, inning over. Bob, thanks so much. Continued success.
Justin, it's always great to
your
come here.
Your family's doing well.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Absolutely. The door's always open. Through 3, 1-0 Fish lead right here in the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
From live sports and event streaming to creative and compelling commercial production, utilizing cutting-edge technology invented and refined over the past decade, Broadcast Venue specializes in guiding New Jersey through the digital age. Our customized, state-of-the-art mobile broadcasting unit allows for a versatile, uninterrupted broadcast to coincide with a crisp, clear picture that can be viewed on your phone, tablet, or computer. Broadcast Venue, the official broadcast provider of the Somerset Patriots.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You will find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
Wellman Home Services, plumbing, heating, electric, and air, service you can trust since 1962. Call Wellman Home Services for your free AC system check. Let's pause for 10-second station identification on the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. A third of the way through this contest, the Fish lead 1-0 over the Patriots. Garceau back out on the hill. He'll face Galvez, Vitters, and Perez, 6, 7, 8 in the order. Garceau's been flirting with fire, but fortunate he's only given up 1 run. He's been able to bear down when it matters most. In for a called strike. Count 0-1 here to Galvez, a .324 hitter, making his 11th start. Flew out to deep right field. His first time up. We'll go around the Atlantic League and check on some scores. In for a called strike, count 0-2. A full slate of activity on this Saturday evening. You've got the War of the Roses going on in York, Pennsylvania, where Lancaster's edging the Revs 1-0 in the 4th inning at Peoples Bank Ballpark. That's a slider called strike 3. Down looking goes Galvez. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 away here in the top of the 4th with the Fish leading 1-0. The Bees are up 3-0 on the Blue Crabs in the 5th. It's interesting, Somerset has yet to play New Britain this year. They still have to play them 10 more times in this first half. And there's less than 30 games to go. And Long Island's up 3-2 on the Skeeters in the 5th. Patriots begin the evening a game and a half up on the Ducks and 3.5 up on New Britain. First pitch hacking, it's Josh Vitters. Pop up right behind home plate. And Krall makes the catch. 4 pitches, 2 outs here in the 4th. Fish nursing a 1-0 lead. Here's Rosmel Perez, who bounced to second his first time up. But yeah, don't sleep on New Britain. New Britain, like I mentioned, they're only 3.5 back, 3 in the loss column, and they still play Somerset 10 times. So they're going to face the team they're chasing many times to control their own destiny. If you're watching on ESPN.TV, there's your scoreboard graphic. Great work today from Andrea Lorenzo, Mark Schwartz, and our entire broadcast venue production crew. 2 outs, no one on, 1-0 Fish lead in the 4th. First pitch to Perez. The light-hitting catcher's a knee-high strike. Count 0-1. I like the velo there from Garceau. I like his demeanor on the mound. He's working quickly. He's trusted his defense, which has been outstanding in the early stages of this evening affair. Count 1-1. And he's limited the damage. I mean, you almost feel like Bridgeport should be up at least 5-0 right now. It's only a 1-0 game. Somerset well within striking distance, and this is a Patriots club that has the second best offensive unit in the Atlantic League, having scored the second most runs. Only Long Island has played in more. So they're never out of a game. The 2-1 here. Looper to shallow left. Snyder coming in, and he'll play it on a hop. A conservative approach from Schneider. That's one of those do-or-die plays where if you slide and you misplay it, the ball could skip by you. That could turn into a triple. But Snyder played it conservatively on a hop for just a 2-out single. And here comes Anthony Giansanti. And that's a big hit just because even if Giansanti gets out here, no run score, what it does is it clears the bottom of the order. So Giansanti at the dish. First pitch called a strike, count 0-1 here. The .217 hitter who began the season in Double-A with the Tennessee Smokies, the Cubs organization. He's 27 years old from New London, Connecticut. 5'10", 195-pounder. The 0-1 lined into the netting behind home plate, count 0-2. He has peaked at the Triple-A level. Former 49th round draft pick by the Oakland A's in 2009 at a Siena college. With the Cubs this year, 18 games, .229 average, a homer, and 3 RBI in Double-A ball. Runner on first, 2 outs. 0-2 count, top of the 4th, Fish leading 1-0. The 0-2 is spun to right center field. Hangs up in the air for Carlos Guzman to end the frame. Through 3.5, Bridgeport still has a 1-0 lead right here on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and ESPN.TV.
Next stop, TD Bank Ballpark. Join us at TD Bank Ballpark on June 14th for Revolutionary Spirit Night, when your Somerset Patriots battle the York Revolution.
Ballpark. Time to tell you about the Bridgewater Diner. Attention Patriot fans, Bridgewater Diner is a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball, located at 1244 Route 22 in Bridgewater. It's just a foul ball away from the ballpark. Bridgewater Diner is a great place to meet and eat. Stop by the Bridgewater Diner before or after the game and enjoy great food and company. Home half of the fourth we go. Fish leading 1-0. Second time through the order. We'll see what adjustments Somerset can make against Blake Babin. Brian LaHare struck out in a full count his first time up. Next half inning, I'll be joined by Elizabeth Acapinti. She is the founder of Miriam's Heart, which is a nonprofit organization based in Somerset. It looks to educate and equip folks to take action on behalf of orphan and abandoned children. Tonight there's a tricky tray raffle going on behind Section 202, and they've already raised a lot of money for Miriam's Heart. In fact, they've raised over $8,000, and a check was presented behind home plate before the game to her foundation. They're looking to raise even more money tonight for orphans and underprivileged children. So we'll talk with Miss Acapinti about her foundation. It'll be a 1-1 here to LaHare. LaHare hitting .248. The 1-1. Low and in, count 2-1. LaHare made it a good adjustment with his hands. Got off to a slow start, and that could have been attributed to him not playing last year with a back and elbow injury, but he's been working a lot with Glenn Barker, and he keeps his hands a little bit further away from his back shoulder. It helps generate some torque and backspin on the baseball and gets his bat in the zone quicker. Count 2-2. Before, his hands were like basically brushed up against his back shoulder, and it took him a while to get into the trigger position. But now he's quicker to the ball. The 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. So second straight full count here for LaHare. I mean, he has seen everything in the arsenal of Blake Babin. Blake Babin comes into this game with an ERA north of 8. It sure doesn't look like that in the early stages of this one. We're in the fourth. Somerset trails 1-0. The 3-2. Low and away, and he walked him. Good eye by LaHare. So a no-contact night, a strikeout, now a walk. You know, it's funny. A couple days ago, Somerset was facing a pitcher who also had an ERA north of 8 in Darrell Thompson. But Darrell Thompson threw 7 innings of 2-hit, no-run baseball against him. It just goes to show you can't put much into previous stats. You know, these guys are in this league for a reason, and they all can compete on any given day. Here's Brad Snyder. This is a guy who gives Somerset the lead with one swing of the bat. That's how talented this guy is. He was signed to hit home runs, and he's hit 5 of them, which is tied for the team lead. First pitch, in for a called strike, 0-1. He's just a massive human being, hitting .241. He looks like a baseball player. If you're watching ESPN.TV, look at that stance. That looks like a baseball player right there. The 0-1, wide stance, thick legs, line behind home plate. Count 0-2. I really don't think there's an ounce of body fat on this guy. Just turned 34 years old last week. Former first-round draft pick in 2003. He's had MLB stints with the Cubs and Rangers, played in Korea last year. He's a well-traveled guy. He's been successful everywhere he's been and having a really solid start to his 2016 campaign, one of 18 newcomers in the Patriots. The 0-2, way outside on a waste pitch, count 1-2. Runner on first, nobody out. Patriots trailing 1-0 in the fourth. Long set from Babin. The 1-2. Up and in. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. Count 2-2. Brad Snyder hits .323 at home, but just .200 on the road. So he really enjoys playing here at TD Bank Ballpark. Somerset got a much-needed home win last night. As before last night, they had lost 7 of 8 here at TD Bank Ballpark after beginning the year 11-1 at home. The 2-2 to Snyder. Smacked foul in the left field line, out of play. The sun's beginning to set. The lights are shining bright here on a Saturday evening. Capacity crowd on hand. Well over 6,000. 80 degrees, little humid, but you'll take this over 35-degree weather that we had the first week of the season. The 2-2 here to Snyder. LaHare off first. He drew a leadoff walk. Go-ahead run at the plate here in the fourth. Swung on top of the breaking ball, strike three. Chased a ball. So 1-on, 1-out. Here comes the newly lamented lefty slugger, Matt Fields. Fields hitting .233, 3 homers, leads the team in RBI with 22. He struck out his first time up on a check swing. Matt Fields hitting left-handed for the first time since 2011. Now he'll still hit righty against lefties. First pitch. Curveball low and in. Count 1-0. But Fields went through a tough stretch where he just kind of lost his swag a little bit. And, you know, throughout a long baseball season, that's going to happen. You're going to have some down moments, but it's how you can dig out of them. And Matt was working with Glenn Barker, and they figured, hey, let's try hitting left-handed. You've done it before. Lined into the netting behind home plate, 1-1. He just looks so comfortable. I mean, it's not like he had never hit left-handed before. He had been a switch hitter his whole life, but he said in 2011 he got into a really bad drought, so he stopped hitting left-handed and just became a righty. He was in AAA last year, helped win Somerset a championship last year. Now he wants to go back to hitting lefty. The 1-1. And Matt was kind of joking with me around the cage the other day. He's like, well, what do I have to lose? You know, I had been struggling mightily from the right side. I can't do any worse. And he's such a talented guy, such a great guy. You just want him to succeed. Runner on first, 1 out. 1-0 Fish lead in the fourth. The 2-1 here to the lefty. In for a called strike, count 2-2. But Somerset really does have a lefty-loaded lineup. LaHare, Snyder, Fields, Krall, Guzman. 5 straight lefties in the order. 6 of the 9 starters in today's lineup are lefties. That's because they're facing a tall, hard-throwing righty who's got 4 years of big league time. The 2-2 to Fields. Low and in, 3-2. Fields is definitely a threat to strike out. LaHare doesn't run well, so you're not going to send the runner on a full count. 3-2 count, 1 out, runner on first. Patriots down 1-0. They've only mustered 2 hits. It was by Krall and Guzman that both occurred with 2 outs in the second. Long set from Blake Babin. LaHare, he's on the move. Wow. Foul behind home plate. They really had confidence in Matt Field to put the ball in play. He leads the Atlantic League in strikeouts with 53. And he's already struck out once tonight. We'll see if LaHare's going again. You're really trusting Fields to put the ball in play. Granted, he does look a lot more comfortable. Payoff pitch here from Blake Babin. A throw over to check on LaHare. Looked like LaHare was leaning, but he scurries back in time. On deck is Rob Krall's got one of the 2 hits. Somerset won last night 5-1. We'll have the series finale tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. The 3-2 from Babin. Long set, LaHare not going. The 3-2, it's ripped into right center field, and Dotel dives and he makes the catch on his stomach. Quickly retreating back to first, it's Brian LaHare. Oh, a huge RBI saving catch by Wellington Dotel, who is hurt out in right center field. And he is grabbing that left knee of his. And the trainer and Luis Rodriguez will go out and look at Wellington Dotel. And well, I'm no doctor, but sometimes those non-contact injuries are really, really gruesome. So the trainer and Luis Rodriguez go out and check on Wellington Dotel. This isn't just any average player. This 30-year-old is the reigning Atlantic League Player of the Year. And it looked like Dotel got his cleat stuck in the grass a little bit, and they're massaging his right calf, right knee area. What a diving catch. Fields roped that ball in the right center field gap. Dotel ranged to his right, dove on his stomach, made the catch, but as he fell down, his knee and ankle / calf kind of locked up on him. And he is sitting with his knees up, and the trainer's looking at him. But Fields really had a good swing on it, and Jody's got to like what he's seeing from Matt Fields. And that's good. That's a good hard contact out. And now a classy gesture by longtime athletic trainer Ryan McMahon, who's going to come out and check on Wellington Dotel. So Ryan McMahon's one of the best guys you'll ever meet, 8th year with the Somerset Patriots, and he's going to check on Wellington Dotel. Now Indy Chavez and the Bridgeport trainer help out Dotel to get up, and Dotel will walk around. You always hold your breath in those non-contact injuries. Sometimes it's the non-contact injuries that result in the worse injuries than like if you bang your knee against a wall or somebody else's knee. You see that a lot in football and basketball where torn ACLs can happen. Wellington's going to try and jog and get loose here. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Bluefish lead. And it was Wellington Dotel's RBI single that's the difference in this game, and he just made a game-saving catch as well. He certainly is playing like the MVP that he was a year ago. And Wellington is going to stay in the game. The trainer's probably like, look, you don't need to be a hero. You're so important in the team. And Luis Rodriguez makes him laugh, and he will stay in the game. So we'll see how long he stays in the game for. Sometimes guys will fight to stay in the game, then they'll end up coming out like an inning later, and he's still kind of jogging it out as the trainer and Luis Rodriguez will go back into the Bridgeport dugout. Once again, classy gesture by Ryan McMahon, our trainer, to check on Wellington Dotel. That's teamwork right there. That's sportsmanship. So the Patriots trail 1-0. Runner on first, 2 outs after that loud out to right center off the bat of Matt Fields. And here's Robbie Krall. Krall singled off the glove of Bavin his first time up. If you're watching on ESPN.TV, you're going to look at Jeremy Horst, stud lefty hurler, Aaron Eggleston, a 2-time Atlantic League All-Star, and Ryan McMahon, our longtime athletic trainer. Here comes Rob Krog. We're up 40 minutes away here from TD Bank Ballpark. Two outs, runner on first. 1-0 Fish lead, bottom of the 4th. Back underway after that 5-minute injury delay. Curveball inside, count 1-0. Krall hitting .279, no homers, 10 RBI. A double probably doesn't score LaHare. Bridgeport's got a pretty good outfield with speed like Chavez and Giansanti and Dotel out there. The 1-0. Popped up behind home plate. Rosmel Paris tossing away his mask near the netting, eyeballs it, and did he hold on? Yes, he did. He made the catch. So Krall pops out to his counterpart. Through 4, Patriots trail 1-0. We're going to talk about Miriam's Heart next, right here on ESPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. Yeah, this way. Yeah, basically just turn around here. The monitor right there. Yep. Yep. Beautiful Saturday evening from the Jewel of the Atlantic League. That is TD Bank Ballpark. 1 run on 5 hits for Bridgeport. No runs on 2 hits for Somerset. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Garceau back on the hill. I'm Justin Answell, and I'm flanked by Elizabeth Acapinti on behalf of Miriam's Heart. What a great nonprofit organization. Thanks for coming out tonight, Miriam.
Hey, thank you.
Elizabeth, sorry.
People make that mistake all the time,
So who is Miriam?
So Miriam, we actually named our organization after Miriam from the Bible. Her brother was Moses, and she facilitated the first known adoption. And she focused on the bio family, the biological birth family of the child, and also the adoptive family. And Scripture says that she stood at a distance to see what would happen.
Wow,
and that's
this
what we
is
did.
pretty profound stuff here. 1-0. The Bluefish lead. So your nonprofit organization is about raising money for orphans and underprivileged children, essentially, right?
Yes.
In Spark Notes terms?
Yes, yeah, and we also do parent trainings. We offer lots of opportunities to come alongside our parents. We don't just want to bring children into families. We want to bring children into families that are prepared and ready to deal with some of the trauma and losses that our kiddos have gone through. And we also provide activities and events for the kids and adoption grants and training grants and counseling grants for adoptive and foster parents.
Hernandez grounds out to Sean Garceau. So there's one away in the top of the 5th. 1-0 Bridgeport leads Somerset. How many years have you been partnered with Somerset? We're certainly glad to have you part of the red, white, and blue family.
Hey, it's such an honor to be here. This is our 2nd year. We are delighted because what we do with this tricky tray and with also ticket sales facilitates pretty much at least half of our annual budget for the year. So we're honored to be here and partner with you guys because it absolutely makes a difference in the lives of families in the Northeast.
And big congratulations. You got that $8,000 check before the game.
Awesome.
That was awesome. So how do you cash a big check like that? It feels like you won like the Super Bowl, like punt, pass, and kick toss or something those people get.
It's literally a big check.
Right. It's like bigger than our bodies, like 6 feet long.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a smaller one you take to the bank.
Yes, it's awesome. It's really just such a privilege to partner with you guys.
So what's going on in the tricky tray right now? What are you raffling off?
We have everything from Yankees tickets to Rutgers football tickets and vouchers actually for Somerset Patriot games where you can trade them in for any game that you want to go to. We have STS gift cards for oil changes and makeup and cooking supplies and cakes. All kinds of signed memorabilia. We had Don LaGreca sign a Rangers sign for us.
From
and we
ESPN
have,
Radio.
Yeah. And we have also a hockey puck that's signed, and the new Rutgers football coach signed some stuff
Chris
for
Ash.
us too. Yeah.
That's a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. So Indy Chavez is aboard. So 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of the 5th inning. I'm joined by Elizabeth Acapinti, who's not Miriam, but she's here to speak on behalf of Miriam's Heart, a great nonprofit organization helping orphans and underprivileged children. We're here in Somerset with a tricky tray raffle. Did you throw out a first pitch today? Did I see you down there?
Our board member did,
Your board
and
member
a couple
did.
of our kiddos did, and it was really an honor to watch them just have that proud moment. It's a really unique moment for kids.
What makes the Patriots so special? You mentioned you were humbled and honored to be here, but this seems like affordable family fun at its finest.
Absolutely, because what we do is really try to knit our families together. We try to come alongside all families, and sometimes our training, we have families that are just a blended family, or the kids have gone through trauma, or just regular families that just need some help. This gives families an opportunity to come out at an affordable price and have a community event and be surrounded by other people that are just happy to have a good old American good time. And so it's just right in line with what we want to do as an organization and make our parents and families intentional about spending time with each other. And so it's just awesome to see our friends from Zarephath Christian Church and Calvary Old Bridge and Point Community Church. There's several churches represented here and several organizations that partnered with us. So it's really cool to just see everybody coming together on behalf of kids that need families.
It's a 3-1 count to the .299 hitter Louis Rodriguez. Runner on first, 1 out. Bluefish lead 1-0. We're talking with Elizabeth Acapinti on behalf of Miriam's Heart, a nonprofit organization benefiting underprivileged children. It'll be a 3-1 here to Rodriguez. Runner on the move. It's a hit and run, tap, fouled on the first baseline. We got fireworks after the game, too. You picked a great night. The weather turned out great, and I'm sure all the kiddos have to love this night.
Yeah, they are having a blast. We had a bunch of kids on the field singing. They'll be out there for Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the 7th. And, yeah, we're excited for the fireworks. It just feels like a celebration of families tonight. It's really
we're kicking
great.
off summer, and we're certainly glad to have you here. 1 out, 3-2 count. You think they're going to send the runner here? I think they will.
I think they will.
You can agree. No, they're not. Ground ball to first, fielded by LaHare. He bobbled the ball. It ricochets to Ferris, and they flip it back to LaHare. A fortuitous bounce for the Patriots. Some more good defense, good backup by Eric Ferris. It should have been an easy play for LaHare. He bobbled it. Ferris backed him up, then flipped it back to LaHare. So if you're scoring at home, it goes 3-4-3 on the put-out. Are you a big sports fan, Elizabeth?
I'm a moderate sports fan.
That's fine. You're
I'm
very
married
busy.
to a huge sport. Well, I'm a
That's
mom
good.
of 5.
Oh, 5. Wow.
I'm a foster parent, and I have 2 kiddos that we adopted from Korea. We like to say that we created what we didn't have when we were adopting.
That was my next question. Now, why is this organization? It should be important to everybody, but you in particular. So you even stepped up to adopt 2 children of your own. Wow.
Yeah. So we definitely, my husband and I have been to developing countries. We've seen the need firsthand. And there's an African proverb that says, I have seen, and therefore I am responsible. So we like to raise awareness because we think that really when people learn that some of the barriers to adopting can be overcome with an organization like ours or an adoption grant, when you have a partner, you can overcome some of these things and take action and do something on behalf of kids.
And it just feels so great to make a difference in
Yeah,
somebody's life.
It does. It's an honor to be my kid's parent. A lot of people like to say that adoptive parents were lucky and, that the kids are lucky. And my kids have gone through a lot of loss to come into my family. And we consider ourselves the lucky ones because we get the privilege of parenting our children and walking them through some deep waters.
Runner on second, 2 outs. Fish nursing a 1-0 lead. Here's Wellington Dotel. He's driven in the only run of the game. He injured his knee last inning but stayed in the game as he made a tumbling catch in the right center field gap. Swung on a miss, count 0-2. Garceau's looked really strong in his home debut. This is his second start with the Patriots after having 5 starts with Southern Maryland. He's given up 6 hits but only 1 run. Minimize the damage. The 1-2. Looper into shallow right field. Guzman coming in. He'll make the catch, inning over. Elizabeth, thanks so much for all your work. You want to plug your organization one more time? A website, Twitter, social media? Go ahead.
Yes, please visit us on Twitter and on Facebook. Miriam'sHeart.org is our website. And visit us at the table if you're here tonight. We'd love to just come and introduce yourself to us. We'd love to help you learn more about adoption and foster care.
Thanks for being a philanthropist and a great mother.
Thank you so much.
That was Elizabeth. I'm Justin Answell. Bottom of the 5th we go. 1-0 Fish lead right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC.
Hi.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need
Sorry.
help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Looking for a great deal in a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Thanks so much for spending part of your Saturday evening with me. We're halfway through this contest. Somerset trails 1-0. Really good insight and analysis on behalf of her organization from Elizabeth Ekapenti on behalf of Miriam's Heart. What a difference a mother like Elizabeth can make, and be a great role model and ambassador for others to follow suit with adopting a child. Fastball up and away. Count 1-0 here to Guzman. All right, it's time for this offense to get something going here. About to be the 3rd time through the batting order, and Somerset's only mustered 2 hits. Blake Beaven came into this game with an ERA north of 8. This should not be happening. Foul behind home plate. Count 1-1. And these low-scoring games usually do not work out well for Somerset. This year, when the Patriots score 3 runs or fewer, they're 2-10. When they score 4 or more, they're 22-8. Now, granted, that stat probably works in favor of a lot of teams like that, scoring 4 or more, but particularly it stands out to me with Somerset. Fastball up and away, count 2-1. But this is the 5th straight outing that the Somerset Patriots starting pitcher's been really solid. It started with Mickey Story, then the baton was passed to Horst, and then Gorski, McGregor last night, and Garceau's been great, but he needs some support. And this ball sneaks up the middle for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Carlos Guzman. So Guz is 2 for 2. He has 2 of his team's 3 hits. Here comes Scott Kelly. You wonder if the kid would think about bunting here, because he's a great bunter. They don't keep track of the amount of bunt singles in the Atlantic League, but I would love to think that the Patriots are in the upper echelon. I mean, how many bunt singles have we seen from guys like Michael Jones and Eric Ferris and Trayvon Robinson, Aaron Eggleston, and Scott Kelly? Even Vinny Z's chipped in with some bunts. And Bridgeport will use their first mound visit of 3 on the evening, as Luis Rodriguez will talk things over here with Blake Baven. 1-0 Fish lead, bottom 5, runner on first, nobody out. The difference in this game is a 2-out RBI single by Wellington Dotel, the reigning Atlantic League Player of the Year. Garceau's been able to limit the damage through 5, working around 6 different hits. But Somerset has picked up a leadoff single from Guzman. Here comes Kelly. Kelly grounded out to third his first time up on the first pitch of the at-bat. 262 hitter, no homers, 13 RBI for the 25-year-old. One of 3 New Jersey natives in the starting lineup for the homestanding squad. Vitters is in on the grass at third, expecting a bunt. Guzman modest lead over at first, has average speed. Long set from Baven. Guzman's on the move. It's a ball high. Throw to second is in time, and he's out. Somebody must have missed a sign there. I mean, was that like a hit and run bunt? Never heard of such a thing. Kelly showed bunt. Guzman was on the move. Somebody missed a sign. And Barker has his hands on his hips. Somebody missed a sign right there, whether it be Guzman or Kelly. I mean, how does that happen? There was just a mound visit, so you had plenty of time to get the signs correct. In for a called strike, 1-1. That's just me guessing that somebody mixed up a sign, but you usually don't see a hit and bunt. You see a hit and run. That was a hit and bunt. Either Guzman missed it, Kelly missed it, maybe they both missed it, and Brett has some words with Guzman. So maybe it was Guzman who missed it. But something just did not seem right there. Something smelled fishy about that whole sequence. Count 2-1 here to Kelly. So just kind of a poor mix-up, and a mix-up that should not be happening on June 4th, but it's part of the game. The 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. Oh, then if Kelly walks, then how big is that caught stealing? You could have 2 on with nobody out. Then you would definitely bunt with Zerillo. Oh. I was surprised Guzman was going. It'll be a 3-1 to Kelly, 1 out, bottom 5, 1-0 Fish lead. Baven kicks deals. Down Broadway. I don't know what Kelly what Kelly was looking for. That was a great pitch to swing at. Count 3-2. So Guzman's leadoff singles wasted on the caught stealing / sign mix-up. The payoff pitch. Breaking ball high, and he walked him. Oh, and the caught stealing even looms larger now. So 1 on, 1 out. I think Kelly's got to steal here. Got to make up for that lost runner at second. Kelly leads the league in steals, 16 steals in 18 attempts. Baven's a tall pitcher with a high leg kick at 6'7". You can steal on this guy. And you wonder if Bridgeport would think about a pitch out. And you got to know Kelly's game is all predicated on speed. Here's Vinny Z, a 229 hitter with no home runs and 9 RBI. Kelly's on the move. Fastball called a strike. Throw to second. Not in time. Atlantic League leading 17 steal in 19 attempts. Honestly, I mean, Bridgeport had to throw a pitch out there. You knew Kelly was going to be going on first move. Or at least throw over to check on the kid. These guys get the scouting reports. I can't be the only one with the stats in front of me. Runner on second, 1 out. Well, Kelly can turn singles into doubles. He can turn walks into doubles. That's what he just did. The 0-1. Curveball. Oh, that looked low, but called a strike. Count 0-2. Zerillo had 5 RBI all of last year. Already has 9 this year. I think the game's just slowed down for him. Graduated Rutgers 13 months ago. The 0-2 and 1 out, tying run on second in the 5th. Swung at a ball near his eyes, but he's fortunate to foul it off behind home plate. Count stays 0-2. Baben's throwing 91 miles per hour. No activity in the bullpen. Any ball in the ground of the outfield, Kelly should be scoring. Big moment in this game. The 0-2 to Zerillo, number 9 hitter in the order. Baven kicks, fires. Fastball up and in. Count 1-2. Zerillo from Forked River, New Jersey, was the team captain for Rutgers his senior year. He led the Big East in batting average his sophomore year. The 1-2. Slices this one to right center field. Indy Chavez will dive, and he makes the catch on his stomach. Kelly's got to retreat back to second. He gets back in time. We've seen some fantastic defense on both sides of the baseball for both squads. Wow. Chavez and Dotel with web gems. Ferris with a web gem. Jones had a web gem. What a catch by the 38-year-old Indy Chavez, laying out in right center field in his stomach to save the lead for Bridgeport and keep this game 1-0 in favor of the visitors. Here's Michael Jones. He's 0 for 2. Jones hitting .291. Had 3 hits and 2 RBI last night in the 5-1 victory. Jones has hit well against Bridgeport this season, 9 for 17. Batting over .500 against Bridgeport pitching this year. First pitch called a strike. Count 0-1. Runner on second, 2 outs. Somerset down 1-0 in the 5th. The pitch to the righty. It's grounded to short. Backhanded by Hernandez. Stumbles a bit. Throw to first. Won't even be made. We'll see how they score it. Kelly's able to go to third. That should be an E6. Men in the corners, 2 outs. It was a nice job by Hernandez to knock that ball down. But if he doesn't fumble the ball initially, he gets Jones out. Men in the corners, 2 outs. And they're going to give Jones a hit right there. So he's now hit safely in 14 of his last 16 ball games. 2 outs. Men in the corners. Ferris at the plate. In for a called strike, 0-1. Ferris hitting .296 in the season. Had 3 hits last night. Coming into last night's game, he had been 3 for his last 22. No homers, 19 RBI for Ferris. Men in the corners, 2 outs. Could do a double steal here. Long set for Baven. Jones not going. Swung on a miss in the breaking ball. Count 0-2. You have the 2 fastest players in the Atlantic League on base. Kelly with 17 steals, Jones with 15 steals. You could do one of those things where Jones tries and getting a run down between first and second long enough, and then Kelly breaks for home. That's like that old first and third Little League play. You don't see that too often in the Atlantic League. The 0-2 with 2 outs. Men in the corners. Jones not going. Fastball high on a waste pitch. Count 1-2. Ferris looking for his 20th RBI of the season. tying run 90 feet away. Go-ahead run 270 feet away. We're in the 5th. The 1-2. Slap down the left field line, foul. We'll do it again. Ferris, one of those pesky hitters. Jody calls him the most consistent Patriot. This is the guy who hit 8th leadoff. Hit 8th on opening night, I should say, and now he's hitting in the 2-hole. Capacity crowd on hand. The 1-2 from Blake Baven to Eric Ferris. They throw over and check in the trail runner, Jones, who just got back in time. Jones wipes the dirt off of his chest. Big spot here. Patriots have not had too many opportunities as Brian Moran, former minor leaguer with the Mariners and Angels, is warming up. A lefty for the Fish. The 1-2 to Ferris. Jones starts, then stops. This ball's grounded softly to second. They flip it to short for the fielder's choice put out. The Patriots get 2 hits, but no runs. We're through 5, 1-0 Fish lead. Right here in the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and SPN.TV.
Here come the knocker balls. All right, fans, we've got a new take on the knocker balls. We've got knocker ball A and knocker ball B, and they will try to knock the other one out of the knocker ball arena. That means outside the yellow line. Are you knocker balls ready? Remember, you must protect your goal. Knock the other one into his goal. All right, guys, let's go, knocker balls. Again, the object is to bounce your opponent backwards into their own end zone, kind of like a sumo wrestler, kind of like a knocker ball. Don't turn around. All right, here we go. And here's our finisher. Hey, congratulations, we've got ourselves a sumo knocker ball champion.
Download the new Somerset Patriots mobile app right now, available for free in the App Store. Search Somerset Patriots, get the schedule, roster, statistics, and social feeds, videos, rewards, and much more. Download now and stay connected. Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems is the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. 1-0 Fish lead, top of the 6th. Garceau remains in the hill. We'll get you a pitch count on Garceau in a moment. Following hitters due up, Cuevas, Galvez, and Vitters. Well, that was Somerset's best chance last inning. They got 2 hits and a walk, but did not score. I think the missed sign between Kelly and Guzman and Jody and Barker, whoever wasn't on the same page, loomed real large there. In for a called strike count, 0-1 to Cuevas, who's picked up 1 of the 6 hits for Bridgeport. But I've been very impressed with Sean Garceau. I mean, Southern Maryland released this guy, and he didn't have a job a week and a half ago, and Somerset picked him up because they desperately needed a 5th starter. The 1-1. And this is one of those change of scenery type things where all a guy needs is a new chance on life. And he doesn't have to be the man here. He's been the man before. In 2014, he was an all-star, won 13 games. Ground ball softly at the second. Ferris sidearm throw to LaHare, 1 away, as Cuevas is retired. But he just has to be himself. Somerset's not asking him to throw a complete game every 5 days. You keep the team in the game, you're going to do more than enough. I think Garceau's really humble. He's excited to be here. I mean, heck, he was one of the big reasons why Somerset did not win the championship in 2013. He won Game 2 of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series to put the Ducks up 2-0. in that game. He went 7 innings, gave up 1 earned run. The only run he allowed was a Corey Smith home run. That was it. Ground ball softly hit to short. Kelly flicks his wrist, throws to first, 2 away. So Garceau has only thrown 74 pitches through 5 2/3 innings, and there's no activity in the bullpen. Here's Vitters. He's 0 for 2. 55 strikes, just 19 balls for Sean Garceau. He's been great. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Vitters, a former first-round draft pick in 2007. Big leaguer 4 years ago, the 0-1 of the 212 hitter. It's hit on the ground to third. Across the diamond goes Jones, throws low, but nice backhand pick by LaHare. Through 5.5, Fish still lead 1-0 right here on ESPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists, and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. The Children's Specialized Hospital is the proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Bluefish lead. Blake Baven is done. He'd be eligible for the win. He gave up 4 hits, no runs, and 5 innings of work. And Luis Rodriguez, the first-year skipper, will trust his bullpen for the final 4 innings. They'll start with Brian Moran, the 6'3", 215-pound lefty slinger. He has peaked at the AAA level from Rye, New York. He is 27 years old. Went to UNC, was actually teammates with Matt Harvey while he was at UNC. He's the nephew of B.J. Surhoff, former longtime outfielder in the Baltimore Orioles, who was also a Tar Heel legend. In for a called strike, 0-1. And his brother Brian Moran also went to UNC, won ACC Player of the Year his junior year, and was a first-round draft pick by the Marlins, who was later traded to the Astros. So really good bloodlines for this kid. The 0-1 here to LaHare. Outside, count 1-1. Here are the numbers on Brian Moran on the season. 0-2 in 14 games with a very respectable 3.60 ERA. 14 strikeouts, just 6 walks from Moran. That's what you want to see, a reliever who throws strikes. The lefty throws a strike, count 1-2. And, you know, Brett's made it really easy for a lefty reliever to come in because with LaHare, you've got 5 straight lefties due up, although I guess you can consider Matt Fields a switch hitter. The 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Little slurve right there for Moran. Strike 3 goes LaHare. So LaHare, no contact night. 2 whiffs and a walk. 1 out, bottom 6, 1-0 Fish lead. Here's lefty Schneider. Bridgeport comes into this game with the second worst team ERA in the Atlantic League at 4.86. Only Southern Maryland's team ERA is worse at 5.24. So the Rye New York product on the hill. Fastball away. Count 1-0. And when you think of UNC, you think of baseball. I mean, Mike Fox has a great baseball factory out there in Chapel Hill, but they did not make the NCAA tournament this year. And I know a lot of the guys have been watching the NCAA tournament in the clubhouse. The 1-0. In for a called strike, count 1-1. This is the regional weekend. It's the round of 64. I wouldn't say it's exciting as March Madness because it doesn't have that single elimination type feel. And the games they're televised on ESPN3, which is kind of hard to get. You got to like log on with your cable subscription. Like March Madness is great because it's just on TV, and March Madness is like a holiday. I like the NCAA tournament too. But I just don't think college baseball at the end of the day gets enough exposure, so fans don't really know the household names. You know, every night through November through March, college basketball is on, so you know all the players. Popped up in a shallow left. Right, I should say. My other left. And the catch is made by the second baseman, Rodriguez, 2 away. So here comes Matt Fields. Now, he will bat right-handed against a lefty. He's been hitting righty throughout the year until this past week. So the switch hitter, Matt Fields, bats right-handed. Fields has struck out. He also laced one in the right center field gap, but Wellington Dotel made a head-first diving grab to keep the game 1-0 in favor of Bridgeport. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, 1-0 Fish lead. Somerset's only mustered 4 hits. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Good slurve from Moran. Count 0-2. This is a really good pitcher. I don't know why the Angels and Mariners kind of gave up on this kid. He's deceptive, he's crafty, he has a unique arm slot. But a lot of teams could use this guy late in the game, I feel like, in the big leagues. He's big, he's strong, like we talked about his bloodlines. The 0-2, he's smart. Upstairs, count 1-2. You wonder why a lot of guys are still in this league. I mean, there's so much talent here in the Atlantic League. The 1-2. Dribbled foul behind home plate. Fields is just putting together much better at bats. You know, ever since that Monday night game, in that 13-inning loss, he went 0 for 6 with 5 Ks and a pop-up to the catcher. Jody benched him on Tuesday and Wednesday, and, you know, I think the game was a bit humbling for him. And he's come back with a great attitude. I mean, he's a big teddy bear in that clubhouse. Now, time is called. Fields part of the championship run last year for Somerset. One of 9 returning players in the team. They got a ring on opening night. Bridgeport leads 1-0, bottom 6, 2 outs, no one on. The 1-2 from the lefty to the righty. It's lined into the netting behind home plate. Count 1-2. Wow, that fastball hit 94 miles per hour on the gun. A lefty reliever who throws 94 miles per hour? Wow. I mean, scouts got to be drooling over that. And I saw Moran a couple weeks ago in Bridgeport. He did not look as good as he does right now. This is the teeth of the order. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout, pop-up, strikeout. Good stuff from the lefty Moran. Through 6, 1-0 Fish lead. Right here on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and SPN.TV.
Insurance is a complicated subject. Add a language barrier and it's just a disaster. My name is Melissa Estevez and I work for Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey at Horizon Connect. I love my job because I'm able to connect with the people. Once they realize they can come here and speak to someone in Spanish, they keep coming. Health insurance is very complicated, especially today. I love making it simple for people. It's something that makes me feel fulfilled.
Hi.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need
Sorry.
help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Troon Associates is the sponsor of the lawn seating area at the ballpark. At Troon Associates, you'll find more than a wide variety of competitive insurance products. You'll find people who understand your needs. Troon Associates is a team of licensed professionals who care about their clients. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. Let's pause for 10-second station identification of the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Two-thirds way through this contest, a great pitcher's duel on hand, 1-0 in favor of Bridgeport. Bavens was great, handed the ball off to Moran, who threw a 1-2-3-6. And meanwhile, Garceau is going to be back out for his 7th inning of work. Perez, Giansanti, and Hernandez due up. Rosmel Perez 1 for 2, hitting .212 on the season. What a exclamation point for the home debut for Sean Garceau. Win or lose, this was stellar. The fact that Somerset signed this guy off the streets to be their 5th starter, and he's putting in up a gem like this, fantastic. A high-character kid, fits right in. The 0-1, cranked into right center field for a base hit. Guzman will quickly cut it off. It's a long single for the catcher. And now you got to expect Anthony Giansanti to lay on a bunt and Bridgeport to play for an insurance run in the 7th. Garceau had retired 5 in a row prior to that single. That was kind of one of those get-me-over fastballs, and Rosmel Perez was ready for it. So Anthony Giansanti's only hitting .213. This has bunt written all over it here. In on the grass is Michael Jones. Giansanti, 27 years old, from Connecticut, began the year in Double-A with the Cubs. He's 0 for 2 tonight, a ground down to fly out. Wow, he swings away, and he shoots it to center, and Zerillo makes the catch. I'm kind of scratching my head right there. That's a light-hitting number 9 hitter, and you don't want to lay it on the bunt. Somerset has committed the 2nd most errors in the league now. Look, their defense has been off the chart stellar today, but I would have bunted there in the night, in that 9-hole spot. My only gut tells me that he didn't want the catcher. There was no point of moving the catcher to second because he might not even score a base hit. You know, it is Perez over at first. So maybe that's why he wanted Giansanti to swing away. Because if you do sack and you move the runner from first to second, well, you've got the catcher over at second base. There's no guarantee he scores in a base hit. So maybe that's what Rodriguez's thinking was. All right, here's Hernandez, a .294 hitter. Former big leaguer with the Mets and the Orioles. Line into the netting behind home plate. Count 1-1 here. .31 years old, from Venezuela. .294 hitter. He has scored the only run of this game, and he has 2 groundouts along with a single. Runner on first, 1 out. 1-0 Fish lead in the 7th. Curveball low and in. Count 2-1. Pitch count for Sean Garceau. He is at 82 pitches. Double check the Long Island score against Sugarland. Ducks up 5-3 in the 7th on the pond. Low and away, count 3-1. Hernandez signed as an amateur free agent with the Atlanta Braves in 2000 out of Venezuela. He was in the big leagues from 2007 through 2010, and again in 2012. 5 years in the show, 122 games. The 3-1, Grounded softly to second. Don't think they can get two. They're going to get the lead runner at second because the catcher doesn't run well. That's a heads-up play by Eric Ferris. He was ranging to his left, and he still was able to realize who was running and get the lead runner at second. So it's a 4-6 fielder's choice. And here comes Andy Chavez, who's 2 for 3. One of the brand names in the Atlantic League this year, Andy Chavez. 286 hitter on the season. 6 foot, 190 pounder. First pitch in the left center field alley. Zerillo going back, has a good jump on it, he makes the catch. Really efficient stuff from Sean Garceau. 7 stellar innings, has scattered 7 hits and 1 run. Will he come back for the 8th? Well, first we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Somerset's down a run right here in the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Would you like to showcase your group or organization in the heart of Central Jersey? Then the Somerset Patriots have the perfect opportunity for you. Groups of 30 or more can now reserve their spot to take the field at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater before a game this season. Have your school's band drum up a performance to remember on the field, or have your dance company pull out a showstopper to begin the night's entertainment. You can even bring your martial arts group out to pump up the crowd before the game. There are also plenty of opportunities for the singers to get involved. From performing a song of your choice to honoring America with the Star-Spangled Banner, singers can take center stage right before the game begins. All of these groups can enjoy special discounted tickets at our group rate, beginning at just $8.50. So visit SomersetPatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 today to find out how your organization can be seen by thousands in Central Jersey's hometown ballpark.
Fans are enjoying the Cotton Eye Joe and the Concourse. Time to tell you about Health Quest. They are the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots, fitness, sports, family, wellness, and community. PNC, they're proud to support the Somerset Patriots. Stop by your local PNC branch or visit us at pnc.com to see how we can help you achieve. PNC for the achiever in you. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Get up and stretch your extremities here as we're midway through the 7th. Just had the 7th inning stretch, and the Patriots trail 1-0. Difference in this game, an RBI single by Wellington Dotel back in the 3rd. How about this capacity crowd of 7,322 on hand? That is a season high. So great stuff from our front office staff, our ticketing department to pack this house, and you, the fans, in particular. And for the rest of you who couldn't make it, thanks for tuning in, whether it be via the radio or online on spn.tv. We certainly do appreciate it. Brian Moran remains in the game for his 2nd inning of work. Fastball upstairs. Count 1-1 here to Crawl. No activity in the Somerset bullpen, so we'll see Garceau go back out for the 8th. He's only at 85 pitches through 7 innings. The guy has been stellar today. It would be a shame if he was the tough luck loser. I really did feel bad for Darren Gorski the other day. You know, Gorski threw a gem, but Somerset could not muster anything against Darrell Thompson. Garceau looks stellar, and he's got a jacket on the bench, keeping his right arm warm. The 2-1. Crawl cranks this one to deep right center field, looking for his first home run of the season. Is he going to get it? It's going to be over the wall on one hop for a ground rule double. Off the bat, it looked good. A majestic ground rule double for Rob Crawl. Oh, he picked the deepest part of the yard to pick a ground rule double to go to. It one hops off the warning track over the wall in right center. Off the bat, it looked good. Even Crawl was kind of staring at that ball for a little bit. Everybody in this crowd, all 7,322, stood up. But it hit on the warning track on a fly, then bounced over the wall for a ground rule double. So the tying run's at second with nobody out. That's a nice hit by Kroll off a tough lefty pitcher in Moran. Lefty on lefty matchup. Guzman's 2 for 2. He has 2 of Somerset's 5 hits. Bumped his average up to 210. He was hitting 199 to start this game. Guzman takes a knee-high strike, count 0-1. 4 homers, 12 RBI for the Brooklyn native, who was with Camden last year. Runner on second, nobody out, bottom 7. You're not going to bunt with Guzman. At the bare minimum, he needs to pull the ball to the right side and move Kroll to third. The 0-1 to Carlos. He shows bunt, and he bunts it down the first base line. Moran fields it, tough angle throw. What a pick. Oh, my goodness. That's a great pick by the first baseman on a short hop. Jonathan Galvez with an in-between hop pick. That saved the lead for Bridgeport. That was kind of an awkward bunt for Guzman. He showed bunt real late. He had poor mechanics, but he got the bunt down. He gets a sacrifice as Kroll goes to third. So the tying run's at third, 1 out. Infield will come in, bottom of the 7th. Patriots trail 1-0, and here comes Scott Kelly, hitting .262, no homers, 13 RBI. Lefty pitcher, righty hitter. Now, Kroll runs pretty well for a catcher, but remember, at the end of the day, he's a catcher. He's not that fast. A medium fly ball doesn't necessarily get him in. Fastball up, count 1-0. But at this point, if you're struggling to score runs, I think you're going to send Kroll on a medium fly ball and trust Bridgeport to throw you out and make them make a play. It'll be a 1-0 to Kelly. Picked up an RBI double in the late stages last night. Pops it up behind home plate. This will go foul on top of the suite level above me. Sticks across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Drama here from TD Bank Ballpark. 1-0 Fish lead, bottom 7, 1 out. Just had a ground rule double from Rob Kroll, who moved to third on a sacrifice bunt. Now it's up to the walk-on Scott Kelly in his 3rd year of professional baseball. The fan favorite to get him in. Can one New Jersey native drive in another? Here on a gorgeous night in New Jersey. It'll be a 1-1 here from Moran to Kelly. Infield in, runner on third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's that slurve. That's that out pitch for Moran. 80 miles per hour, count 1-2. He's got a fastball that touches 94, and he throws that slurve that's 80. You got to like that 14 mile per hour difference if you're Louis Rodriguez and co. in the visitors' dugout on the third base line. Big spot here. Need a good 2-strike approach and choke up on the bat. The 1-2 here to Kelly with another New Jersey native, Zerillo, on deck. Up and away. Count 2-2. Somerset looking for their first run. They've threatened a couple times, but can they cash in? Runner on third, 1 out. The 2-2 from the lefty to the righty. Long set from Moran. Fires. Popped up, foul side of first, out of play. 15 rows back. Count stays at 2-2 to number 2. Kelly wears the number 2 because he grew up idolizing Derek Jeter. A big Yankees fan is Kelly. From the West Windsor area. Went to a Division III college. Had to pay $40 to try out and make the team 3 years ago. Spun that into a 3-year contract. Best $40 the kid ever spent. The 2-2. Line down the left field line. This will drop for a game-tying RBI single for Scott Kelly. The New Jersey native drives in another New Jersey native. We're tied at 1 here in the 7th. 14th RBI of the year for Kelly. That's a great 2-strike approach. And now you've got the go-ahead run on first base with 1 out, and Kelly, who leads the league in steals at 17. The kid's fantastic. I definitely think Kelly deserves to go to the All-Star game this year. It's a little too early to start thinking about All-Stars. It's just the first week of June. The All-Star game isn't for another 5 weeks. Right around Father's Day weekend, we'll have a good pulse about who should be an All-Star and who shouldn't. And, man, I think Kelly deserves to be an All-Star. You talk to players in the team. Who was the MVP of the team the first 13 games of the season when this team set a record by going 13-0? It was Scott Kelly. He had cooled off a little bit, Well, law of averages tells you that. But I trust him in big spots. I really do. Case in point. And they throw over to check on Kelly, and the throw goes down the right field line. Kelly's going to motor into second. He's going to round third. It's turbo time for Scott Kelly. Head first slide. He's safe. He makes things happen with his wheels. People worry about him. So now you've got the go-ahead run 90 feet away. 1 out, tied at 1 in the 7th. A measly throw over, went awry, and Kelly goes first to third because the throw sailed down the right field line. That is the 4th error on Bridgeport this series. Infield in, runner on third, 1 out. All right, it might be the New Jersey show tonight. Krall got the double, Kelly game-tying RBI single. What will Zerillo do? First pitch, in for a called strike, 0-1. And let's credit Carlos Guzman for getting in a great bunt as well. This has been a great inning. Infield in, runner on third, 1 out. We're tied at 1 in the 7th. Low and away, count 1-1. You want to go after Zerillo here. You've got 2 righties coming up if you're Brian Moran. This is the lefty-lefty matchup. Zerillo's only hitting .222 on the season. You know, he, like Kelly, had cooled off a little bit. But he still is pretty clutch in big spots. We're tied at 1 in the 7th. In for a called strike, 1-2. Vinny's looking for his 10th RBI of the season. He had 5 all of last year. Kelly will be going on contact on the ground, even with the infield in. The 1-2 here to Zerillo. The pitch from Moran. Ground ball back to the pitcher, and Kelly's going on contact, and he's picked off in a rundown. Moran throws it to third, and did they miss the tag on Kelly? Oh, they're saying he got him, but at least Kelly went in the rundown long enough for Zerillo to get to second. You knew Kelly was going to go on contact. Zerillo just hit it at the worst spot, right to the pitcher. Good job by Moran to run right back at Kelly, force him back at third, and the tag was provided. But Kelly was able to stay in the rundown long enough for Vinny Z to get to second. So that's unproductive by Vinny. Good job by Kelly to tie it up, though. So there's 2 outs with a runner on second. You're going to score at 1-5 on the fielder's choice if you're scoring at home. And Luis Rodriguez is going to yank the ball from Brian Moran. Moran did a nice job in inning and 2/3, but he gave up the tying run. Got a new pitcher coming in. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. Tied at 1, bottom 7, 2 outs. Go-ahead run at second base. Right here in the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. New pitcher in the game, it'll be Eric Neeson, who won a championship with the Long Island Ducks in 2013. He is in his 4th year in the Atlantic League. Numbers for the lefty Neeson, who has peaked at the AA level with the Boston Red Sox organization. 0-2, 16 games, 6.46 ERA. So, interesting. Rodriguez takes out a lefty to bring in another lefty who's going to face 2 righties. Game-tying RBI single, though, by Scott Kelly has given the Patriots life and has taken Sean Garceau off the hook for the loss. Now, we will see Garceau pitch in the 8th. Can Michael Jones drive in the go-ahead run? Michael Jones this season has been really successful against Bridgeport. He's 10 for 18 against Fish pitching. Runner on second, 2 outs. He was 3 for 5 last night. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Zerillo at second, 2 outs, tied at 1, bottom 7, as Neeson is finishing his warm-up pitches. Fans are doing the cha-cha slide here at TD Bank Ballpark. They're anxiously awaiting fireworks as well. Well, you can compound a great fireworks evening with a win. Somerset trying to win for the 4th time in their last 5 games. Let's check in on the Ducks score while we have a chance. Ducks were winning 5-3 in the 7th. Now they're winning 6-3 in the 8th. So Eric Neeson will face Michael Jones. Jones from Jacksonville, Florida. Tied at 1, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Base hit should give Somerset the lead. Zerillo runs well. First pitch. Bell tie for a strike. Count 0-1. Jones picked up a pair of RBI in the 5-1 win last night. Hitting .296. Vinny's going to try and steal third. The throw to third will be not in time. Missing the tag was Vitters. Eschewing the tag was Zerillo. Good slide right there by Vinny. Throw was a bit high as well. So now you've got the go-ahead run 90 feet away. A wild pitch gives the Patriots the lead. Infield back plays to first. Bottom 7, 2 outs. Been a lot of drama and strategy involved here in this 7th inning. The 1-1. Inside corner for a called strike. Count 1-2 to Jones. 16 games ago, Michael Jones was hitting .194. Over 2 weeks later, he's hitting .296. Hit safely in 14 of his last 16 ball games. He's been impressive. The guy hit .320 in the month of May after hitting .179 in April. The 1-2. Oh, looked like he was swinging underwater. Strike 3. Weak wave and a miss. But the Patriots tied up on the game-tying RBI single by Scott Kelly. We're tied at 1 through 7. To the 8th we go, right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You'll find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now. Your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseballs at TriStateFord.com for more information. Affinity Federal Credit Union. Banking, investing, advising. Learn how you can loan something better at www.joinaffinity.com. Tied at 1, we go to the top of the 8th inning. Sean Garceau about to throw his 86th pitch. New life to this thing thanks to a game-tying RBI single by Scott Kelly, the shortstop. Last half inning, curveball for a strike, count 0-1. Jones just struck out to end the 7th, but it was an eventful 7th inning. The 0-1, jammed him, popped him up to center. Vinny Zerillo stares it down, takes 3 steps in, squeezes it with 2 hands, and there's 1 away as Luis Rodriguez is retired. Here's Wellington Dotel, who drove in the run for Bridgeport back in the 3rd. Well, the last time Sean Garceau pitched, the game went to extra innings. It went to 13 innings to be exact. That was on Monday night. But he only lasted 5 innings, gave up 5 runs. Tonight, he's gone 7 to 3rd innings, giving up just 1 run. Another first pitch hack from Bridgeport. And looks like we got a pinch hitter for Dotel, who just flew out. So pinch hitting for Dotel was Luis Nunez. So that injury from Dotel is taking him out of this game. That's huge. So 3 pitches in this inning and 2 outs. Just saw a fly ball to right. Top of the 8th, tied at 1. Garceau's thrown 88 pitches through 7 2/3. Foul tipped in the netting behind home plate. Count 0-1. If Garceau makes quick work of Jose Cuevas, you might think about leaving him out for the 9th. Yes, it is just his 2nd start with the Patriots, but he did have 5 starts with Southern Maryland. He's very stretched out. The 0-1. Ground ball to third. This will be a 5-pitch inning if Jones makes the throw, and he does. 90 pitches for Garceau through 8 innings. He's making it look easy. He's getting better as the game goes on. Bottom 8 coming up. We're tied at 1. Right here on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and SPN.TV. Championship Series where Somerset outlasted Bridgeport. Excuse me, where Bridgeport outlasted Somerset. Somerset did not win in '99. Bridgeport did. That was the year Bridgeport won their only title in '99. Here's Ferris. 3 hits last night for Eric, but he's 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch inside, count 1-0. Ferris has wheels. Ferris has 9 steals on the year in 11 attempts. 3rd most steals on the team. Up and in, count 2-0. Neeson's throwing 93 as Jeremy McBride is warming up. Jody will have a decision to make. Do you go back to Garceau for the 9th, or do you go to McBride? The 2-0. Upstairs, count 3-0, and now Ferris will be taking all the way on this 3-0 count to start the home half of the 8th in a tie game. Takes all the way for a strike, count 3-1. Well, Garceau does not have a jacket on. I think he's done. So Garceau could either get a no decision or a win. Fastball up, and Ferris coaxes a 5-pitch walk. Hopefully it's a win. He was outstanding. 90 pitches for Sean Garceau. He gave up 7 hits and 1 run. He wiggled out of some jams early on. He got better as the game went on. He threw a 5-pitch 8th inning. And here's LaHare. LaHare 0 for 2 with a walk. He's yet to make contact. 2 strikeouts and a walk. It's an outstanding home debut for Sean Garceau. And LaHare's bunting. Wow. Foul behind home plate 0-1. He does not have any sacrifice bunts this year. And this is a former MLB All-Star. This is your number 3 hitter up. And he's bunting. The average thing at 246. Runner on first, nobody out. Lefty-lefty matchup. Tied at 1, bottom 8. Will LaHare bunt again? They throw over and check on the runner Ferris, who scurries back in time. Long set for Neeson. Swing and a miss. They let the lefty loose. He whiffs, count 0-2. Bases, runner on first, nobody out. Tied at 1 in the 8th. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. LaHare chased one at his eyes. That was just kind of a weird sequence right there. He looked kind of awkward bunting, then he chased a couple balls out of the zone. 1 on, 1 out, tied at 1 in the 8th. You wonder if Ferris was thinking about stealing to try and pick up LaHare and get into scoring position. Here's Snyder. This is a guy who can crank an extra base hit, like with a check swing, he's that strong. Hitting .236 with 5 home runs in the season, 18 RBI. They throw over and check on Ferris. He gets back into first. Earlier this week, Snyder had 4 extra base hits in one game, including 3 doubles. That tied a single game record for most doubles in Patriots history. A double here gives the Patriots their first lead. We're tied at 1, 1 out, runner on first, bottom 8. Lefty pitcher, lefty hitter. The pitch, belt high for a strike. I don't know why you don't swing at that. Count 0-1. That was a good pitch to swing on. Count 0-1 here to Brad Snyder. The cleanup hitter brought to you by Raritan Building Services Corporation. The 0-1 from Neeson. This is Neeson's inning. Nobody's warming up. Fastball up, count 1-1. On deck is the switch hitter Matt Fields, who will bat right-handed. 1-1 count to Snyder with Ferris off first. Ferris does have 9 steals in 11 attempts, but a lefty is pitching, so you have to be mindful of his pickoff move. Ferris on the move, and they got him picked off. Throw from first to short, and he's out. You could just sense that coming. The way Ferris took that walking lead, I could just sense that he was going, and Neeson read it as well. So, it hasn't been a great base running day for the Somerset Patriots. They played great defense. Not so great at base running. 2 outs, no one on. Here's Snyder, the 1-1. In for a called strike, count 1-2. But when you have a lefty pitching, usually when you're trying to steal, you go first move, and he just guessed wrong. It'll be a 1-2. Up and in. Count 2-2. Tied at 1, bottom 8, 2 outs. Can Neeson keep this game tied, or can LaHare give the Patriots the lead with 1 swing of the bat? The 2-2. Swing and a miss, blew a fastball by him. Nice job by Neeson. A walk, a pickoff, and 2 Ks. Through 8, we're tied at 1. In the 9th we go, right here on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and SPN.TV.
Welcome to the brand new Somerset Patriots app. What is an app? Everything Somerset Patriots, all at your fingertips. The Patriots, My Rewards program. Download this free app today at the Apple Store or Google Play. I might not know what an app is, but this one is really fun.
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists, and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
For 106 years, Carrier has offered specialized services to care for individuals suffering from psychiatric and addictive disorders. Visit www.carrierclinic.org to learn more. Thomas Espelauto Roofing, LLC, is your local roofing experts proudly serving Somerset County. Call them at 732-560-8311 or visit them at thomasbellardoRoofing.com. Through 8 innings of play, it's a shame that Sean Garceau is only going to get a no decision. He was stellar. 90 pitches, gave up 7 hits and 1 run. Garceau is done. He'll pass the baton to fellow righty hurler, 6'2", 235-pound, 29-year-old Jeremy McBride. He has peaked at the AAA level. Numbers for Jeremy McBride on the season: 2-0 record in 17 games with an even 3.00 ERA. He has struck out 14, walked only 3. Those are the numbers you like to see from a reliever. This is another guy that just looks like a baseball player. First pitch, curveball up, count 1-0. So we are tied at 1 through 8. What a great pitcher's duel this has been. Galvez, Vitters, Perez due up. Both starting pitchers will get no decisions. Bavin, 5 innings, 1 run. Garceau, 8 innings, 1 run. Very proud of the effort from Sean. The 1-1. Line to right center field. Guzman was playing him perfectly, makes the catch. 3 pitches, 1 away as Galvez is set down. Here comes Josh Vitters. Vitters 0 for 3. Win or lose, stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll have at least one audio highlight for you. Maybe we'll have an interview should the Patriots win. We will look ahead to the series finale tomorrow. Will it be a rubber game? Will it be a potential sweep? Fouled down the left field line. Will it stay in play for Snyder and co? It will not. It goes near the picnic area down there. Count 0-1. A rubber match tomorrow at 1:05. Off day for Somerset on Monday. Then they got a 6-game road trip. 3 in New Britain. And then 3 in Lancaster. Low and away, count 1-1. One count here. McBride's from Oklahoma. He's a big Oklahoma City Thunder fan, so he was kind of disappointed they blew a 3-1 lead. To the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Slider away, count 2-2. They used Big John Hunton yesterday in a non-save situation. Just not sure if Big John would still be available. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, that hook was awesome. 2 outs, no one on. Top of the 9th, we're tied at 1. All right, looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, Somerset would send up Fields, Crowell, and Guzman, as the Patriots will look for a walk-off win. It would be their 3rd walk-off win of the season. Here's Perez, the .221 hitting catcher, who does have 2 knocks today, in for a called strike, 0-1. Both teams had chances to get more than a run. Bridgeport earlier on, Somerset in the later stages. Just missed low, count 1-1. It'll be a 1-1. Lined up the middle for a base hit. So a catcher who's hitting .221 has 3 knocks today. Rosmel Perez, what a game. Here's Anthony Giansanti. You wonder if you pinch run for Rosmel Perez. Or, you know, with 2 outs, maybe you just keep him in there. I mean, he is so slow, an extra base hit is not going to tie this game up. The only way Perez is scoring is on a home run. Here's Giansanti. 210 hitters, 0 for 3. The Connecticut native playing for the team in his backyard, Bridgeport. First pitch, slider, swung on and missed. Count 0-1 here to Anthony Giansanti. McBride takes a deep breath off the mound. Runner on first, 2 outs, tied at 1 in the 9th. Swung on and missed, count 0-2. Giansanti is a big UFC fan, and actually last year, every day on the pass list, he would leave a ticket for Ronda Rousey because he had this huge crush on Ronda Rousey. And his teammates would take pictures of Ronda Rousey's name on the pass list and like tweet them out, and like the beat writers got a hold of it, and I think Deadspin ended up picking it up. But he had this huge crush on Ronda Rousey, and he was just hoping that she would be into minor league baseball. Slider away, and throw to second won't even be made. Was that called a strike? Oh, it was. Strike 3. That's a late strike call by Justin Sims. So the steal didn't even matter. Striking out looking goes Giansanti. Through 8.5. We're tied at 1. Do the Patriots have a walk-off in them? Find out next, right here on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Come play with us! BSC has the only 4-level fantasy-themed laser tag arena in the country. Drop in for a game or book your next family fun outing and experience the best laser tag in New Jersey. Arcade games for all ages. Win tickets and take home great prizes just like the Shore. BSC also offers exciting party options in a fun and unique environment. Sports leagues, camps, and child development programs. BSC has something for everyone. Stop by and join the excitement.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Download the new Somerset Patriots mobile app right now for free in the App Store. You can search Somerset Patriots. Get the app. You can get the schedule, roster, statistics, social feeds, videos, and rewards. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, bottom of the 9th inning, I should say. And we are tied at 1. Fields, Krall, Guzman due up. Patriots looking for their 3rd walk-off win of the season. We got a new pitcher in the game for the Bridgeport Bluefish. It's a right-hander. And he goes by the name of Taylor Thompson, 6'5", 225-pounder from Alabama. He has peaked at the big league level. He was recently in the AAA system for the Oakland A's in Nashville. Numbers for Taylor Thompson, 19 games, 3-1 record, 2.42 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 6 walks. That's a 4-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio. Here comes Matt Fields. He's hitting left-handed. Started hitting lefty this week for the first time in 5 years. Bottom 9, Tied at 1. Nobody out, nobody on. The big lefty takes the first pitch low and away, 1-0. Darwin Perez is on the bench, available to pinch run. So if Fields gets aboard, I would presume that Perez would come in to pinch run. The 1-0. Cranked to deep right center field. On its way. There it goes. That ball is going to be gone. A walk-off home run for Matt Fields. Hitting lefty for the first time in 5 years. He does it. Patriots win it by a final score of 2-1 here in the ninth. A walk-off, no doubt about it. Majestic shot. His 4th homer of the year. 2 on the final in 9. The homestanding squad wins. Wow. A walk-off home run by Matt Fields. What a shot for Fields. We will talk to him on the post-game show. Patriots win it by a final score of 2-1. Hitting lefty for the first time in 5 years, a walk-off home run. Patriots win it by a final score of 2-1. We've got fireworks coming up. We'll also talk to Matt Fields right here on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Great job by you fans tonight, all 7,322 of you. That is the highest attendance mark this season. How a hand for you guys, from you guys. Very, very good. Once again, hope to see you back here tomorrow. Right now, we're going to throw it down to the field in just a moment. First, buy one, get one offer that sounds really good. Thanks. Yes. Anyway, come in and take advantage of this offer. It's a great offer. What? Buy one, get one free. Yeah, what's supposed to go downtown? Let's just go back to the graphics. Right now at AT&T, buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. All right, fans, how about that walk-off home run finish? Thanks for coming out tonight. And here we go. We're at the Pregame sponsor AT&T for the incredible fireworks spectacular you are about to see. I have my buddy Luke here, and he's going to help us count down from 10. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But the Somerset Patriots win by a final 2-1, a walk-off home run off Taylor Thompson, a deep right center field. Indy Chavez reached for it, but there was no 2006 New York Mets NLCS magic as Fields blasted a home run over the right center field wall, his 4th home run of the season, his first home run since May 17th. It had been a couple weeks. He decided to hit left-handed for the first time in 5 years, and he clubs a majestic home run. So let's run through this game here real quickly while we get Matt Fields up. I'm Justin Answell here on SPN.TV. The fireworks are going on. It started out to be a really good pitcher's duel. We were scoreless through 2 innings. Bridgeport got their lone run and an RBI single by Wellington Dotel with 2 outs in a first and third situation. But that would be the only blemish on Sean Garceau's stat line as he threw 8 stellar innings. Somerset would have some chances in the 5th inning. They got 2 hits and a walk but did not score. Then in the 7th inning, they got a leadoff double from Rob Krall, a sac bunt from Carlos Guzman, and Scott Kelly was at the plate. And later, Matt Fields ended up hitting a walk-off home run deep into right center field. A majestic blast for Fields, who I see is down in the field. I believe his wife is down there with him. What a moment for Matt Fields. On Monday night, Matt Fields had the platinum sombrero. He was 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts. Jody benched him on Tuesday, benched him on Wednesday. He got this start on Thursday, picked up one of Somerset's 2 hits in their 4-0 shutout loss. He was a late addition to the lineup yesterday, picked up a double and an RBI sac fly. And then tonight, he clubs a walk-off homer to deep right center field, hitting left-handed for the first time in 5 years. What a story for the Patriots. They end up winning 2-1, as Fields will join me as soon as the fireworks show is over. But we'll just keep it here right now. Let's check in on some other scores in the Atlantic League right now. How'd the Ducks do? Ducks won 7-3, so Somerset remains a game and a half up. Lancaster blanked York 5-0. New Britain edged Southern Maryland 5-4. So Somerset remains a game and a half up on the Long Island Ducks, and they'll go for the sweep tomorrow at 1:05. But Somerset wins it by a final score of 2-1 and a walk-off home run by Matt Fields. Taylor Thompson, a big righty, comes in, 6'5", 225-pounder, former big leaguer, and he grooves an inside fastball to Matt Fields, who clubs it over the right center field wall. No chance for Indy Chavez to save this game, as the Patriots win 2-1 in 9 innings, their 3rd walk-off win of the season. We also saw a walk-off RBI hit from Rob Crawler this year, and Scott Kelly would end up scoring on a walk-off wild pitch earlier as well. So 7,322 fans go home happy thanks to a walk-off home run by Matt Fields. What a majestic moment for Fields. He really needed it. I mean, what a great guy. He's a big, gentle teddy bear, and he was down. Baseball is a humbling game. The guy was like on life support. Had the platinum sombrero, benched 2 days in a row. Then he's like, you know what, let me bat left-handed. I mean, who thinks of that stuff? Who thinks of this stuff? You can't script this stuff. And he decides to bat left-handed for the first time in 5 years. This was just his 3rd game batting left-handed since 2011. And he had put some really good swings in the baseball. None better than his walk-off home run in deep right center field. So 2-1 the final. The Patriots win. What a moment there for Matt Fields. Just waiting for him to come on up and join me at the Fullerton.com press box. Fans are enjoying the fireworks presented by AT&T right now. So we had fireworks in the 9th inning. We had fireworks after the game. And let's also credit guys like Krall and Kelly and Guzman for tying the game up in the bottom of the 7th inning. And also a big unsung hero tonight, Sean Garceau. What a debut. I know he'll get the no decision. McBride's the vulture. He gets the win. But that was an awesome start from Sean Garceau. 7 hits, 1 run in 8 innings, 90 pitches. He was stellar. He limited the damage. He got better as the game went on. He trusted his defense. He worked quickly. And the Patriots' defense was outstanding tonight, too. We saw Jones dive over the railing. Ferris with a backhand play as well. Just really impressive all the way around for the Somerset Patriots. And they're playing a good brand of baseball. That's because in the last 5 games, they're getting really good starting pitching. Mickey Story, 5 innings, 4 runs, his first win in 8 starts. Jeremy Horst, 7 innings, 2 runs. He got the win. Darren Gorski, 6 innings, 1 run, tough luck loser against Darrell Thompson. Last night, Scott McGregor, 7 2/3 innings, no earned runs. And tonight, 8 innings, 1 run, yielded by Sean Garceau. When you get that kind of starting pitching with the 2nd most prolific offense in the Atlantic League, you're going to win some ball games. And I know for as much as this team kind of hit a little bit of a skid after that epic 13-0 start, you know what? You wake up, you're still playing the game you love, you're still a game and a half up in first place, you still own the tiebreaker against the Long Island Ducks, and you feel like this team is just scratching the surface. That's how good they are, and we are joined by the hero, Matt Fields. Congratulations, my friend. We're actually on TV today, so everybody got to see it. Let's get right near the camera right here. Matt, congratulations. Well, what a moment, man. Take me through that blast, that walk-off hit, your first home run and left-handed in 5 years.
Yeah. You know, for me, you know, the whole game I've been feeling good, and that last at bat, I literally want to just go up there, get a pitch I can handle, put a nice easy swing on it, and, you know, just let nature take its course.
Your body language has been totally different. Your demeanor it's back to the original Matt Fields. What changed, Matt?
You know, the fact that I'm actually comfortable now. A lot of people don't know that my left side is actually my natural side, and I've been forced basically my whole life to kind of manipulate my swing from the right side, which is it is what it is right now.
You got a big league swing both sides.
Yeah, it definitely. I always ask myself, what if I would have just been left-handed from the gate? But you're blessed with what you got right now, and it's never too late to try to mess with it and work it out and see what happens. So there's a lot that can happen as long as you believe in yourself and have fun doing it. And that's one thing about this organization. Brett and the coaching staff and all the guys, they're like, man, you might as well do it. You have nothing to lose, right? So I said, yeah, I'm gonna try it. And it helps to have people have your back and care about you and just let you know that everything's gonna be okay. And they believed in me, and good things happen when people believe in you and you believe in yourself. So.
And good things happen to great people. You certainly deserve it. When was the last time you had a walk-off home run, Matt?
That was literally my first walk-off home run of my career.
Wow.
And it was left-handed.
You can't script this stuff.
No. It was when I hit it and I saw it going, I couldn't understand what was happening. I couldn't comprehend what just happened. And I literally was speechless trying to walk up here and also talk to, Mark. And it was just,
and your wife was here too, right?
Yeah.
How special was that? She flew in from Seattle.
Yeah. I'm nothing without my family. I'm nothing without my wife, and just having their back, or them having my back and believing in me and allowing me to do what I love to do is I'm blessed, So I'm greatly appreciate you guys.
Is your family what kept you positive? Because you had that subpar game on that extra inning game.
Yeah.
Jody sat you down just to kind of clear your mind a little bit. What changed in those 3 days that allowed you to be the original Matt Fields?
Just the fact, realizing that I was blessed to be where I was at. And having a group of guys in an organization that loves me for who I am and who I was during that period, that wasn't me, and I knew that, and I was truthfully, I'll be real about it, I was a cancer to everybody around me, and I didn't mean to be. I'm usually, that's my worst flaw on me. But now that I feel, now that I'm on the left side and I'm evening it out and I'm where I'm supposed to be, everything comes together, and it's amazing.
This is like a Hollywood script here. You had the platinum sombrero a couple days ago.
Yeah.
You decided to hit left-handed, and you had a walk-off home run in front of a season-high 7,322 fans.
Yeah.
Is it just going 100 miles per hour in your head in like a 60-mile-per-hour zone right now?
It is. But I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Congratulations, man. What was the feeling like, the bunny hop at home, last one?
Say it again?
The bunny hop at home when you're just jumping up and down with your teammates at home plate.
It was something I've always dreamed about. You always have those moments even when you're a kid, and the fact that I got to experience for the first time, it's amazing. I hope to do it a lot more.
Oh, we hope so, too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're the big teddy bear, man. We love you.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations to Matt Fields. Final segment of the postgame show coming up. Thanks to everybody at Broadcast Venue, too. Andrea, Mark, and all our staff crew as well. I'm Justin Antwell. Stick with us on radio for one final segment here on SPN.TV.